Everybody, welcome to our Beacons Aura live stream. We're glad you decided to come and watch today. It's great to be back as usual. We are looking forward to getting into session 8 today and continuing our adventure and seeing what happens. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, thank you for watching. Remember to like and follow, subscribe, all that stuff on whatever platform you're on. And we're going to get into a couple announcements real quick. So, Rachel, why don't you talk about what you've been doing on Thursdays?
So Thursdays I've been streaming art. It's usually around 3:30 CST. And I've been liking to draw things that have to do with Beacon's Aura for the time being. So on Thursday we were doing designing some NPCs and stuff for the future. Come hang out. It's really fun. There's usually some interesting conversations that come up during it. It's great. So come hang out. I'm doing finger guns, but you can't see.
All right. Yeah, it's been fun to chat with people during that time. It's a good time. Pretty relaxing, too. I feel like a lot of people get like their afternoon nap in kind of with how chill it is.
Yeah, that's true. That has happened.
So yeah, welcome. And hopefully you can join us on Thursdays if you're willing to be there as well. Um, and a couple more announcements. We did reach our 50 follower goal, so thank you again for everybody who did that. It really means a lot. I'm still kind of in shock that we did it. So thank you for that, which means we have affiliate status, which is great. We have emotes coming because of that. They are still pending. Unfortunately, I've read some stuff that it could take up to 4 weeks to get them approved because of how busy people can be at Twitch. So we'll just wait until we get them approved. But we're going to have emotes coming soon, which we're super excited about. And looking forward to getting those in the chat and seeing our three characters with their emotes. And yeah, we have something else coming up too that I'm pretty excited about. On the 20th, so that's a Tuesday, we are going to have a short mini game kind of in honor of the spooky season of Halloween being around. We got Rachel and myself, we are going to be kind of running, and Rachel's going to be a player in it, but I'm going to be running it. We're going to be playing a game called Days of Blight. It is a little short, kind of horror game written by the Pickled Dragon. You can find him on Instagram, and we're definitely excited to play this. It's something Rachel ran for me at one point, which I had a lot of fun with. So we got a few other characters who are going to be joining us for that, and I'm excited to run this game for them and give some spooky vibes. So it's going to be on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's when we're going to be doing it. It's about 3 hours. We're going to run each session. So you're welcome to join us for that, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Mike played through that too. Rachel ran it for Mike as well, and he had a good time. It's a fun little story. So we're going to be doing that starting on the 20th. That's when we're going to begin. So you can look forward to some spooky vibes and Days of Blight. So join us for that. But I think that's all the announcements that we have. So let's do a recap for everybody on what has happened in the past few adventures, and we'll jump into the session after that. So you guys had made it back into the city after rescuing Raya's sister from the outskirts. And it's going to be, or you guys went and did kind of some stuff, learned some information. It was kind of a heavy afternoon for some people. I know Renan did not have that great of a day, learning that his adopted father had been killed, and Karis began to learn some information about her mother, who had left when she was very young. So it was a lot of information. So you guys were kind of spending the afternoon recovering from that and just readjusting to that information that's been learned. Renan started to look around for some place to watch over Spire Tower and get a view of the goings on around there. He also went to go upgrade his shield a little bit to make it a bit more sturdy and battle ready. And Raya also moved homes too because she got removed from her previous home. So she looked around, found something new in the outskirts. And then Karis, you kind of just spent the afternoon relaxing and at the Iron Fist because you guys were all getting ready for the next day when there was a fight night at the Iron Fist versus another one of the battle bars. And there was a lot of fights that happened, but unfortunately, everyone in the party who fought, just Renan and Karis, both lost their fights. So it's unfortunate. But Samo, Karis' dad, won his fight thanks to a bit of a boost from Renan, giving him a bless spell. So that helped a lot.
Yay.
Yes, definitely something Karis was happy about. But you guys spent a little bit of the afternoon or the evening after the fight talking and just filling in some things about life, and you separated and went your ways home. So, um, anything you guys do that evening before you go to bed, or just gonna jump to the next day?
I think the only thing that, and I just reminded you, Kelly, I think Ryan mentioned she was going to check on Jeremy since she lives out that way. That's the only thing I could think of night-wise.
That's true. How many days has it been, I guess, since we last saw him?
2.
Yeah, I'll probably go check on him.
Okay, so it is nighttime, so you're gonna go at night?
Yeah.
Okay. So I need you to roll me a stealth roll if you're going to try to be stealthy. If not, you can just go.
I'm gonna be stealthy because I don't. Well, I don't even know if I want him to see. I don't want him to like. I don't know. I'll just check on him. I don't know if I want to like talk to him yet. So.
Okay.
Stealthy. 16.
Okay.
Sneaky, sneaky.
And give me a perception roll as well with disadvantage because you do not have dark vision.
Oh. 10.
About
10. Okay.
10. I can't see that well. I'm like stumbling but sneaking.
So you begin to walk the direction. It's a little ways away because you're not like next door neighbors or anything, but it's close enough that you can walk there within an hour probably. And you start walking that direction, and as you're going, you hear some sounds that you recognize of Dractos that are in the vicinity around you.
Uh-oh. Can I tell like what direction they're coming from?
They kind of sound like they're coming from a house a little bit up ahead of you, off to the left.
Is that where Jeremy is, or no?
I mean, you're walking that direction right now, but
Okay.
it's not. You're not like at his house yet, but this is on your walk there.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going, but try and be extra sneaky if possible.
Okay, so you're sneaking along with your 16 and hoping that they do not notice you.
Yes.
And you feel like you've done all right. You're making your way through the streets, and it does not seem like they notice you. It seems like you were just stealthy enough to get past them.
15 wouldn't have made it.
But you keep moving, and eventually you arrive at the backyard where Jeremy was, and you just kind of peek in, and you spot his tent, and that's about it. It's very dark, so it's like you can just make out the shape of the tent and the bit of moonlight that there is, but it's dark. You don't see any movement. It's quiet. You just see the tent.
There's a fence, isn't there?
There's a fence kind of surrounding the backyard a little bit, but there's a straight walk in from the street towards the backyard.
Okay, I'll go in and kind of like, again, kind of sneaking, but also then I'll kind of like whisper, yell like, Jeremy.
Okay.
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
you whisper Jeremy.
Oh. Or whisper, yell, like a kind of like, hey, you kind of thing.
Okay.
You know, where it's like trying to make myself heard, but I don't want to scare him.
Okay. And you hear what? Hello?
Hey, Jeremy, it's Raya.
What are you doing here?
Oh, just passing by. I want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I was just sleeping.
Okay, good. Just look out. There's a lot of Dracto near here. Just be careful.
Yeah, luminance will keep me safe.
Right. Do you have enough food and water and all that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, good. Well, maybe I'll see you again soon. I kind of just like scurry out and try and like be, again, sneak, but be quiet.
Okay, bye, Raya.
Bye.
All right. And give
And
me a
just sneak
stealth
back.
roll to get back.
Oh no.
Oh.
8?
8.
Oh.
In my awkwardness, I trip and make a lot of noise.
Okay. So you begin your journey back, and as you are moving, you kick a rock, and it just down the road up ahead of you, and you hear the sound of like Dracula, like kind of in the nearby vicinity. You seem to have gotten their attention.
Is there anywhere I can hide or anywhere I can like? Do I see anything I can
Give me a
use to like
perception
stay
roll
low?
at disadvantage.
Oh, please. Disadvantage. 10.
All right. And right next to you, there's a car that, like an old vehicle, that's just kind of parked there that you might be able to hide behind or crawl under or something. You could try to book it into a backyard if you want.
I'm gonna book it into a backyard. I feel like that'd be best.
Okay. So you start running towards
Yeah.
a backyard, and you listen, and you can hear the sounds of Dractos kind of beginning to move the direction that you were in. And they're nearby.
Okay.
What do you do?
Do I see, now that I'm booking it toward a backyard, do I see like a fence or something I can hide behind there?
I mean, you can keep running if you want.
I'll keep running.
Okay. So you keep running and trying to get away. Eventually, you feel like the sounds have gone away, but you feel like it was a little too close there.
Yeah. Going alone at night is probably not the best idea, but maybe Illuminance kept me safe. Who knows? Maybe I'm the next chosen one.
But you do make it back to your house, your new home, and
Okay.
can breathe the sigh of relief after escaping whatever number of Dractos were out there in the outskirts there.
Okay. Whew. Okay, I kind of like just sit down and sort of de-stress and catch my breath.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything before bed?
I don't think so. I think she just go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Ren's kind of keeping an eye on Spire, trying to look out for the Sun Elf, but probably if he doesn't see anything, just do a quick little moment in the moonlight, taking in his new surroundings, and then he goes to bed.
All right.
Watering his few little plants in his little pot that he brought with him.
And with it being night, you don't really see much activity at the tower. It's pretty quiet. The lights are still on, but no real activity.
Can I see Shaw's office from here?
You look.
Am I able to identify like where it is?
And let's see, the angle that you're on. Yeah, you can see the windows. Yep.
Is he like still in there like with his lights on working?
You see lights on, but you can't see in the actual building
Mhm.
because it's a lot higher than you are, so the angle isn't
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Cool. Just curious. All right. Yeah, I'll go to bed.
Okay. So, you all go to get some rest, recover from your bruises from the fight, and you all get your full rest in. Okay, so it's morning. Next morning, what are you guys doing?
Check my phone.
Okay. There is some sort of message there. Yes.
Okay. Well, that's about all I can do.
Delete. Where'd it go?
Can I recognize who sent it? I can kind of remember names at least. What
Just
they
give
look
me
like.
an intelligence roll. Let's see.
I love that you keep making me roll intelligence because it's really funny. I rolled a 20!
Yeah, it's definitely Shaw
Nice.
who sent you this.
It's Shaw?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna call him.
Okay. So you quickly give him a call,
Yeah.
and he answers, hello, Karis?
Hi, what'd your text say?
Yes, you can't read. It was just what I told you in our meeting the other day to come. I had a mission for you. So,
Okay, when?
today, this morning, as soon as possible.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm gonna come. Okay, bye.
Bye.
You get a call from Rad like a couple minutes later.
No one's called me yet. That's how she answers. Just saying, no one's called me
hello?
yet. Hi!
Yeah, no, hey, it's Ren.
Hi.
Hi.
How's your
Hey,
bruises?
huh?
How's your bruises?
Oh, it's a little sore, but
Yeah,
they're
my
all
face
right.
hurts.
Yeah, it's tender. Tender's the word for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we just got a text from Shaw. He was saying we have a mission today. I don't know. We
Oh, yeah,
should
I asked
meet up at
him.
the tower. Oh, okay. I figured since you wouldn't. Okay, but you. Okay, that works. So can you read? Do you know who sent?
I just remembered Shaw's name, what it looked like.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very smart. Look at that. You're almost on your way to reading.
No, that's not the same thing. Okay, are you gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Just cuts everyone off on the phone.
Yep.
All right. And Raya,
Sorry.
Do I have a text message as well?
you do. It's
Wait, I
from-
can read. I can read, right? I don't remember not being able to read.
As far as I know,
So
you
it's like-
said you could read. So.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. I was gonna say.
I mean, do you want to forget how to read right now? Is that what you're asking?
Every
No.
character is like doubting their ability.
She has like a stroke. I don't know how to read. Okay.
There's a big crack in your screen right now, and you can't read.
I can't see anything. Yeah. What does the message say? I'm assuming it's from Shaw.
It's from Mr. Shaw asking you to join him at his tower as soon as possible in the morning, as he has a mission for you.
Okay. I'm gonna get up kind of with some pep in my step because I'm actually like kind of excited because this is more fun than just surviving. So yeah, I put on my stuff and I kind of get ready to head out to the tower.
Okay. So you're all heading there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell my dad
Okay.
what's that.
So you approach your father.
What's he doing?
He is still sleeping in the chair right now in the corner.
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I feel like every time I have to give him news that's not the best, he's asleep. And I have to wake him up. Okay. Yeah, so Karis pokes his arm Dad, 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 dad.
He'll stir and yes, Karis.
Do you want me to give you a minute to wake up?
What's going
She's
on?
like crouched next to his chair, like holding on to the armrest, like just looking at him.
Just tell me what's going on.
So I don't know what exactly I'm doing, but Mr. Shaw has a job, so I think I'm gonna go do it.
Okay.
If that's okay, if you're okay.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to do, you do what you need to do.
Okay. Maybe I can give you my phone, because I'm gonna be with Ren and Riot, and they have phones, and then I can call you if I know it's gonna be a long time or not.
Okay.
But I don't know, like, because sometimes there's places that doesn't get it doesn't work anymore, so I don't know where we're gonna be and where it'll work or not. But I'll try to tell you.
Okay. Wow. And he'll take the phone and look at it and just like, this is fancy.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah,
I know how to write hi too.
that's good. Wow. Okay. So you just call on this? Is that what you're gonna call me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll like make a little like zzz, like feeling,
Okay.
and then you know that means that someone's calling you.
Okay. Then what do I do?
Oh yeah. Then you push that green button, not the red one, because that means it hangs up.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
So you do the green one, and then you put it up to your face, and you go hi, and then you'll hear me say hi back.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just know that we do have a fight in a few days, so.
Yeah. Mr. Shaw told me he was gonna try to work on it, like so that it wouldn't interfere. Because I think James called Mr. Shaw and was really mad. So.
Okay. So
I think
3 days from
will
now,
be
we have another
3
fight.
days from now. Okay.
So today, tomorrow, the next day, and the following day is the one that has a fight.
Okay. Yeah. I hope it won't take that long.
I'm just telling you, so you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, be safe.
Okay. And you'll be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
And she will hug him and then leave the room.
Okay.
And I think then she'd kind of poke her head into one of the ladies at the place. I think Miranda was her name.
One of the ladies who works there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Miranda. Yep.
Okay. Is she like just downstairs or something?
Yeah, she's with her kids right now.
Hey, Miranda.
Oh yes, Karis.
Hey, so I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. Do you think you could, like, keep an eye out for my dad?
And I mean, what do you want me to do for him?
I don't know. Sometimes he just seems like really worried. Like maybe make him babysit your kids or something. Keep his mind busy, you know?
I'll see what I can do.
Or like play cards with him. He likes that.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you don't have to. Just if you're bored.
Maybe he can show Luca something. Some card
Yeah.
games or something.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Okay, thanks.
Okay, be safe.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And I will finally go.
Okay. So all of you are going to the tower. Anything else before that?
I think Renan would try and swing by X Steelworks. Quick, I can go see his buddy Mac. See
His
how the
best
stop
friend.
sign shield is doing.
Okay. So you head over to Ace before you head over to the tower.
Being so close, he'd have plenty of time.
Yeah, it's not too far away. So you stop in. I mean, that smell of just kind of the smoke, and you feel the heat as it is a cooler day. It's cloudy and a little bit rainy right now. There's a bit of a drizzle going on, and there's no sun to be seen. So it's pretty cold. You're kind of bundled up, but there's a bit of warmth from around you as there's different forging machinery that's around emanating this heat to give a little bit of relief from the cold and the clanging of metal, and you see a bunch of these structures being built and other machinery. Why don't you give me another just investigate or perception roll just to look around and see what you see, if you can find Mac, that kind of stuff.
Instead perception.
Yeah, give me a perception roll.
18.
18. Okay.
You up and at him this morning.
Yeah, so you look around kind of in the direction that you saw Mac the last time working, and he is there. He's currently attaching the claw arm to something, some big round structure, and he's working on attaching that. There's like a crane that's kind of holding the metal arm in place as he's attaching it. But he's there, and off kind of in the background behind that, you see a large group of people who are currently working on something very big that you didn't notice before. And there's sections of it that are covered up with different tarps to kind of keep it protected. But it looks similar to something you've seen in a book before, like an image of a boat, like a big boat.
Interesting. Before going over to Mac, is there like any? I'm guessing everyone's wearing like coveralls, right? Like some sort of like
Yeah, a lot of the
protective.
people are wearing protective coverall clothing.
Is there like? I know it's gonna sound weird, but like spare ones sitting around anywhere, or like anything like a jacket or spare coveralls?
Just looking around here, you don't see anything like
Yeah.
that. There's maybe like a pair of gloves that are kind of set off to the side somewhere, like work gloves, but you don't see any coveralls just laying around out here. There is more
Yeah.
like of a structure building, and you'd probably guess it would be in there that they'd have that
Some
kind
sort
of
of
stuff.
locker room. Yeah. He'll grab the gloves and just
Swipe some
holding them
gloves.
as yeah, just trying to make it look like I'm supposed to be here.
Okay.
And then you're just gonna try and walk over to structure that's being covered and just try and glance and gleam as much as you can from it and kind
Okay.
of get a better look.
So just give me an investigation roll for it now.
So cool. Yeah, 6.
Okay.
Never seen one of these before.
I mean, it looks sort of like a ship. It's made of metal, though, which is a little strange to you. And it's still in the early process of it. Like, there's not the entire material there, so it's hard to see what it's supposed to be. But I mean, a ship seems like is what it's supposed to be, but a metal ship, I don't know. Could be something weird that they're building. You're not really sure.
I kind of just find the nearest person and I'll just kind of walk over like, it's my first day here. Just told me to come to the project. What's going on here?
Could be a deception roll.
Yeah, let's go. Math. 21.
21.
18 plus 3.
So he looks at you,
All the
and
gloves.
he sees you're not in uniform for like the rest of your, like you're not wearing coveralls or anything. And he just kind of eyes you up and he says, well, you better get changed quick. Change rooms are in there. And you're working on this project, he said?
I guess. I don't know. So you said he knows enough to call it a boat, or no?
It looks like, yeah, a boat or ship or something.
I don't know, someone just said I'm working on the boat. I guess. I've never seen one. It's pretty cool. Brought my gloves though. What is it?
I mean, it's a project that the boss here at Ace is having for us. It's
Cool.
intended to be a way to travel through the air.
Through the air?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Spire has their vehicles that roll around on the ground with their wheels, but he uh, he's working on getting us something that can be a step up from that and do some air travel.
I think Renan looks pretty like shocked and floored. Like that's cool. Wow. I talk about the right company to work for. Hey, that's great. And thanks for the tip. I'm gonna go get changed and excited to help out air travel.
Yeah,
And he's gonna walk away.
hurry up.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. You said this way, right?
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like trying to be forgetful. Yeah.
yeah, and he just points back to the building again.
Like take 2 steps to the building until the guy's looking away, and then just kind of go back to where where
Okay.
Mac was.
So yeah, you sneak away back towards Mac.
That's so cool. Yeah. So he's just walking up, and I'll just be like, kind of clank on something just to get Mac's attention. Like, Mac, sir.
So he's busy. He's busy welding right now, and he just kind of flips his hood back and looks at you. He's like, "Oh, you're back. Yeah. Uh, you got your payment?
Yeah. No. I mean, I already paid you.
Are you sure?
I did.
Okay.
I give you 14 gold.
Maybe. Okay. Anyways,
I have two if you want any.
anyways, he goes over and he uh, has your shield tucked away kind of next to him, and he unwraps it from some cloth that he had around it, and he hands it to you, and you notice that, I mean, it's been polished up pretty nice on the front, and there's like a protective layer of something on the front to keep it from getting scratched or dinged up as easily. There's an extra couple layers of metal that were put on the backside to give you a little more reinforcement in the center, especially where your arm's going to be, because there's he took the belts that you had and he used those to create two straps that would go on your forearm, so you can have it attached to your arm when you need it.
Nice.
So
Sweet.
yeah, it's a pretty functional shield right now.
Mac, you outdid yourself. This looks amazing.
Yep. Always do good work.
You do. I'll be sure to give you referrals, and if I need anything else, I'll come to you, man.
Yeah. Not a big deal.
So, is this for the airship as well? And he kind of points to the claw.
This? No, this is a
Or is
different
this like a
project.
personal project? Oh.
You know about the airship? Oh,
Well, it's pretty obvious I mean, it looks like a boat. It's made out of metal. It's obviously an airship, right?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, no, I asked a guy. They told me when I walked up. Yeah, I didn't know what it was.
okay. Well, yeah, they're building an airship.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Pretty cool, as long as it doesn't come crashing down on my house.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is this like the first one you guys have ever built?
There's been some smaller prototypes that they've used for the heat that's meant to raise up the ship, but nothing this big. This is the real deal.
Wow. That's really cool. Hey, if it's all betterment for the city, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I mean, just imagine being able to keep a eye on protection for the city from above.
Yeah. That's cool. Brennan's probably like losing stuff to talk about with Matt. Um. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I need to get going, but if there these, like I said, is there anything you need? Maybe I can help out since you helped me.
I mean, I did make that pretty nice
You did. It
shield,
was awesome.
so
Great.
maybe you think it's a little valuable, huh?
It is. That's why I gave you 2 extra gold for it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Pretty
I
cool.
went above and beyond, didn't I?
I don't know. Did you? He's like, Brennan's just looking like I have no clue what this has cost.
Do you think I did do a good job on it?
You did a great job. What would you value this at?
Yeah, just get out of here. And he just flips down the hood and just goes back to welding.
Renan leaves his last 2 gold, just sitting kind of on the table there.
Didn't you give it to Samo last time?
I did. That's right. Thank you for reminding me.
You're
He like
completely
reaches
poor.
in for it. There's like nothing in there. Pats him on the back. Thank you. Just dips out. Here's my new shield. It's super cool.
And you head off to the tower now?
Yeah, I'll probably wait outside until I see Raya or Karis.
Okay. So all you were going that way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you eventually all meet up there. I'm guessing it'd be Karis would be the first to arrive, just with proximity. So Karis, you spot Renan waiting outside of the tower for you. It is raining though, like it's raining out.
Oh, it's raining?
Yeah, it's raining today.
Okay. So she's probably pretty wet because of she walked an hour
Yeah.
outside.
Jeez, an hour. Wow.
So yeah, her hood's up, but she's pretty like soaking wet. She's like, "Hi,
And it's probably like doing like fake fighting motions with his sword and shield and trying to get used to it. Oh, hey,
Ren."
look.
Ooh. That's so cool. That looks way cooler. That's so shiny. Can I hold it?
Yeah. Sure. And he kind of like takes like 5 minutes to unstrap it and then hands it over.
Ooh, this is awesome. She'll probably like run into you with it. Like,
Ow! I'm still
so
sore from the fight.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I never healed myself after that one. Ouch. Yeah, I got some pretty cool friends in high places, you know.
What, really?
No, I made a friend at the steel place who's working on a claw or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What, a claw?
Yeah, I still don't, he won't tell me what it's for. It's some claw on the thing. I don't know. It's
Oh,
really
some
cool,
friend.
though. I mean, I know his first name, and you know he obviously likes me because look how great of a job he did.
Oh, yeah. Cool. We should meet him.
Yeah, totally. Oh, he would love you. Mac would be so happy to meet you.
Cool. Okay, yeah, maybe we can do that later.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for a new job? Do you feel better today? Not scared anymore?
Yeah. No, I'm ready to kind of get my mind off stuff and ready to get out of here. Get out of the city for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why do you want to get out? I thought, well, last time you wanted the city and you didn't want to, like leave. So now you like it? Did you change your mind?
You see him like fiddling with like the straps again, putting the shield on a little bit, or like strapping it to himself. And it's just like, I just Shaw told me some bad news last time. Remember when I said I was kind of running away from stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I ran away from my tribe, there's a really great man that took me in.
Yeah,
And-
your pop guy.
Yeah, Pops. Well, there was also some sun elves that were coming after me. And the night they showed up, I ran away again, thinking I was putting them in danger. Seemed like choking back words again. Because, they ended up killing Pops because they couldn't find me.
You see her face go from like, okay, yep, to like, just like, this really, it's probably a little like weird, like this really intense expression. Her eyes are just really big, and she's just looking at you.
Yeah. And it was all my fault. So
What, you're saying they just killed him for no reason?
they killed him for not telling them where I went.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, they really, for some reason, they really want to find me. So
I knew they sucked. And she just like has both her fists up. She just throws them down to her side, you know.
what? What do you mean?
She just knew they sucked. I just had a feeling, and you told me, and I'm sorry, Ren.
I mean, yeah, those two that were there sucked.
No, I think they all do.
Brandon just kind of looks confused at that one. And I've never really met any, so I can't judge them.
And as you're like saying that, like, sure, her eyes get really big again, and then she kind of is looking down at the ground, and then she kind of starts mumbling, and then she's like, okay, well,
I can't hear you.
what if you knew someone that was like maybe like your like super good friend, but what if your super good friend actually maybe
Yeah, you're my super good friend,
had
sure.
like maybe what if maybe your super good friend like has like a sun elf mom maybe. She says this really loud.
I think he just looks super confused and surprised and just like, I mean, is this a joke? I don't get it.
Oh, that would not be a funny joke.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand what you're saying when you say it. Are you saying like, did you find out something?
Yeah, my dad told me like 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
Oh. So you're part sun elf? He's like looking at your ears, kind of like moving inside, like looking at it.
No, they're not pointy. I look like a human. She like covers their ears.
This is covering his ears now. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know. What if she like was a part of that? I mean, it doesn't sound like it. She's dead, actually, so maybe she wasn't.
Oh, whoa. I'm sorry. Found out she's died. She dead?
Yeah, she just wouldn't have got herself killed. It doesn't matter. I like, are we okay? Like, do you like? I mean, I don't know them at all, Ren. Like, I don't know them at all. I would never like do anything bad like that.
It's fine. Kara's would never judge you for what happened to Pops.
She had.
That was my fault.
I don't.
Else's.
No. That's not. I think it's the stupid sun elf's fault.
He would still be alive if I had faced them.
If you what?
If I had faced them or turned myself in, he'd still be alive.
I mean, I don't know. If someone's willing to kill someone like that, I mean, they sound shady. So it might not have done anything. Because it sounds like they're not very nice.
I mean, to be fair, haven't we killed things to get what we want? People. If
I
they
don't
have
think
something
that's the
important
same.
to them. Everyone has an agenda. Everyone has a goal. And people are worth to kill for it. That's kind of what I want to find out.
Well, I'm sorry about him.
It's okay. So, you don't think the woman that we saw here, the Sun Elf, was wrong, was she? When you said she died?
No, she's dead. And that wasn't her name. Because I asked you last night what her name was. That wasn't her name. So
Oh, okay.
unless she randomly changed names.
I mean, Brandon's not my real name, so.
Oh yeah, isn't it some like really long one?
Mithrinon.
Yeah,
Well,
wow,
Elvish.
that's really long. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys see Raya coming up now too.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Catching each other up.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
We weren't talking about you.
You were talking about me?
No, we weren't
were
talking
not.
about you. It might look like we were talking about it because we stopped talking, but we weren't talking about you.
Oh, I didn't think that until you said we weren't talking
Yeah,
about
Brandon
you.
just
Anyway.
has his hand.
Anyway, okay. What were you guys
really
talking
weren't.
about? What were you guys talking about?
I was telling her about my pops. And what happened.
Oh, right. Sorry. I can keep going if you guys need to talk more. I don't have to walk with you guys if you don't want.
Oh, I'm glad you're here.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
And Ren kind of looks at Karis, just seeing if she has anything to say or not.
No.
Okay.
I sense the awkward atmosphere and just move on.
Yep.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, it's a good idea to go in. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, cool. Does anyone know what this is about or what Shaw wants from us?
Just said he had a mission.
Oh, I forgot to ask again. You guys told me I should ask, and even though I'm on the phone with him, I forgot to ask him what we're doing. But we can ask him in a second.
I guess we'll find out, yeah.
So,
Is
if we are at the
Atha
tower,
down at
yeah.
her desk?
So
I wrote her name down.
You move inside and look around, and it's pretty empty actually here today. There is just a couple of security staff that you see down here. Otherwise, you don't really see anybody.
And that's weird.
It's a little strange, but it is the weekend right now, so people may be taking days off.
Cool.
So we don't see Atha?
You do not see Atha.
Oh. Well, girl, Atha.
I guess I kind of look around and just see if we see anyone, and if not, I guess I'll start heading to where I know Shaw's office is.
The security officers actually do approach and say,
Okay, cool.
Can I help you?
We're supposed to see Mr. Shaw, because we're his special go-to team.
Okay.
He just asked us to come.
Is that really our name? Is that official?
I mean, Mr. Shaw didn't like it, but I like it.
Whatever. You guys come with me.
Pending. It's
The
pending.
guard doesn't care.
Starts leading you to the elevator.
We'll go!
And he takes you to the 8th floor and takes you guys down to Shaw's office and lets you in. And Shaw is sitting there reading something, and then he will stand up when you walk in, put his book down, and say, you're here. Good, welcome. Glad you are here. Are you all ready for your mission briefing?
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Shaw, are you in like a super big hurry last time, or can I ask you one tiny question?
You can ask me some questions if you'd like. I'm not
I just
a huge hurry.
have one. Oh, okay, good. Well, I was wondering if you could help me with numbers.
Okay. What is your question?
Okay, so if you have 2,000 gold and then you give someone 14 gold and then you give someone five more gold, then what is left?
1,981.
1,980. Okay, that's all. Thanks.
Okay.
I remember that.
And we have a calculator on the phone, right?
Um, not really. It's really basic. Like it's literally
Oh, even
text and
back
call.
then?
Like it's
Dang, never
Like a
mind.
flip phone or worse than a flip phone?
it's worse than a flip phone.
Oh, never mind.
Like
Just
it's
kidding.
call and text. That's all it can do.
Doesn't even have like the snake game.
No,
Oh,
you got
that's
Tetris?
old.
I mean, you guys can make up a little game with a text message box if you want. But
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll look at Shaw and be like, what kind of mission are you looking at us for?
well, I'm going to be sending the three of you south of the city to go meet up with the trackers.
Oh.
I have a contact there who he is actually another individual who received treatment the same way you have. He received an injection through us in one of our earlier programs, and he went to go work with them, and he reported to me how they have been experiencing some attacks of some creatures out there, and they said that they are having items go missing for them. So they would like to have some assistance in investigating this. So I said, "Oh, I have the perfect team to do this."
The perfect team.
Yes, you three.
Perfect team.
Yay.
Do you know what kind of items have been going missing? Did they say?
I believe they said they were having uh, different traps go missing for creatures that they have down there. So
Oh. Hmm.
What was this guy's name?
my contact,
Yeah.
his name is Bolin.
Bolin.
You said he got an injection like us. What kind of powers did it uh, bring out from him?
I think it helped his ability to hunt more. He didn't have strong reactions to it. That's why he was released from the program early.
Oh, really?
Yes. And
Interesting.
he would still keep in contact with any details about his finds outside the city. Um, but he works with the trackers right now.
Oh.
Do the trackers know of his relationship with Spire, or are we supposed to keep that secret?
They are most likely aware of it, yes.
Okay.
Maybe not every individual in the group knows it, but I know it has been communicated to their leader.
So basically, we need to just find the missing stuff. Is that what they want us to do?
Well, they would like you to find the cause of these items going missing and resolve it, and also make sure that there's no new threat that's in the area that could be causing the deaths of these hunters.
Oh, people are dying?
Yes, their trackers have been killed on their
Oh.
missions, on their watches of the city.
Oh, okay.
I mean, are we gonna be safe,
Yes.
Well,
Mr. Shaw?
I was gonna say I think we're asking Shaw.
Well, you should watch each other's backs and keep each other safe.
That's you like giving
Ryan,
non-answers, don't you?
yeah, Ryan and Ren are
You
like
like
looking
not-
at each other again.
You don't like answering questions much, do you?
There's definite danger in this. Of course, there's gonna be danger. You don't know what you're facing, but if you guys have each other's backs, you'll keep each other safe, right?
There. Question, I guess. Do you have any, I don't know, additional equipment that maybe we could use for such a dangerous mission?
You don't think what you have is adequate?
I don't know. Just anything like you've been working on. Anything in the in the works here at Spire.
Ray could really use those goggles that Melinda had.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. We could. As someone who can't see in the dark, I don't know if you just have anything for that, or maybe like some special daggers. Do you have anything we can maybe use? I can give it back too, or I can even make it a little trial for you.
Well, unfortunately, I am not the overseer of that department to just hand out materials like that. But if you earn money, you can purchase some stuff then.
Oh, I thought you were the boss here.
He's the boss of one thing.
I'm the head of
You
this
guys
department.
listen?
So, question then: where can I get those
Ren
goggles that
stepped on
Melinda had?
Karis's foot.
Where can you get the
Ow!
goggles?
Yeah, where did she get them? Sure she got them from you.
Well, they're purchased from here. I can arrange to get some from you. There's a woman named Irene who is the head of that department, and I can speak to her about having some set aside for you to purchase.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think I'd like that. How much are they?
I believe the rate that they are going for is about 300 gold.
Oh well,
Oh.
I mean, can she wait until I can? Does she take loans or what is she? Like an
Paid per
IOU?
use.
Yeah, an IOU. Yeah, rent it. I don't know.
It is unlikely that she will just give them to you without the full payment.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do then to get that payment.
Sounds good.
Anything else we should know?
That's all I can think of. Find Bolin, and he'll be at the tracker's headquarters, and you can go with him and see what kind of missions he has for you.
Mr. Shaw, are the trackers like nice, or are they like okay, but you gotta watch yourself around them, like those skull crushers, you know? Like what type? I mean, unless if you don't know them, then I guess we'll just find out. But
I don't have a ton of dealings with them, as they are located much farther south of the city than I usually go. But from my understanding, they kind of are their own little crew. They stick together. They have each other's backs, and there may be a chance that they will not. At least some members won't accept you being there right away. But if you help them, that hopefully will give them more reason to accept you and trust you.
okay, that makes sense.
They're very outdoorsy. They're very. They have their own little community down there. They don't typically come to the city. They kind of are a little prideful of their self-reliance, I guess.
Prideful on their self-reliance. Okay.
That means that they
Keep
are.
to themselves.
They like being able to take care of themselves.
Oh. Okay. All right.
So
Cool. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do awesome. I guess if it takes a long time, can we come back and do a fight and then go back again?
I would talk to Bolin and see what his boss would recommend there, but I'm guessing that would be okay. Their leader, his name is Rose, by the way.
Rose. Okay.
Rose runs the trackers, so you'll meet with Bolin and Rose and whoever else they decide to meet you with, and you guys can help them with their issue.
Okay. I'm ready.
Me too.
Wonderful. Do you need anything else? Are you clear on your mission?
I think so, yeah.
We're good. The other day when we were here, your friend kind of ran out pretty quickly. Is everything okay?
Yes, I have not heard from her. So,
Oh, I'm sorry if presence made any difference on that.
we will see what comes of this. But I'm hoping that there will be no issues, and I will do everything I can to make sure there is none.
And then it kind of nods. Oh, I guess we're ready then.
Perfect. Well, be safe out there, and try to stay warm. I know it's getting colder.
Do we have like sufficient jackets and clothes for this? Or do we need to grab something?
The,
I just know I have a scarf.
the climate of the area is a place that does get cold in the winter, so you guys would probably have clothing that would be for cold weather.
Okay.
Is it like fall right now, or?
It's currently fall, so it's gonna get cold, especially at night. So, and with the rain right now, it doesn't help anything either.
Okay.
I think Ren would probably have some sort of like animal skin jacket type thing. Something like that would have like just some extra lining to it at some point. With his, if that's the kind of climate we'd have here.
Yeah, I mean, there was plenty of warm weather material that they've fashioned into clothing or found and sold out of. So sold out to the people. So you guys all have something that's warm.
Okay. And I think I would have dressed that way, especially. Well, I feel like it might be safe to assume that most of us did anyway, just because we were out in the other part of the city for like a couple days the last time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
So
you guys
Especially
know
with
the
the
weather
raining
right now.
now.
You saw
Yeah.
it was raining this morning, so you can dress
Yeah.
appropriately.
yeah, so I think we're good.
Okay. Well, good luck, and I hope for a speedy return.
Okay. Have a good however long it takes us till we see you next time.
Something you guys can think about on your walk. Just something I'll throw out there. I don't really like saying I'm sending my go-to team out. So if you guys want to have a name that you call yourselves, let me know.
Karis loves the go-to team.
I love that name.
Okay, if that's what we end up deciding, that's fine. But if you guys think of something different, I would be
But yeah, it's still pending. Don't worry.
I would be fine with you finding a different name for yourselves. So you can discuss it as you walk if you want. That's fine. But be safe, and so let me know when you get back.
Okay. Bye. She waves.
Shaw's squad.
Nope.
So he kind of sees you out and kind of watches you walk down to the elevator, and watches you leave.
You getting another ride out to like the outskirts at least, or are we just kind of walking from the tower?
You get the sense that you're not getting a ride.
Oh man.
I was picking
Like
up
looking
on that.
around, like waiting for a ride or nothing. Okay.
I guess if Shaw walks us out before we leave, I'll just kind of like pat him on the arm and be like, "Okay, do something, maybe not be too stressed, okay? you're gonna do great."
And he just smiles down at you and just says, "Yep, thanks. I'm hoping to have results soon for Mr. Stokes, but we'll see."
Is that his name, Mr. Stokes?
Yes, that's my boss.
Oh.
Oh. He the leader of Spire then?
Yes. Abdo Spokes. That's his name. Stokes.
Stokes. That's hard to say.
Are we ever gonna get a chance to meet him? I mean, what is he like?
I mean, he's a pretty busy individual. He's very down to business, and He's an interesting guy. Maybe someday. But you'll probably have to do something to catch his attention. He won't likely want to meet with you right now.
Oh, we'll make you look good to make us look good. How's that?
That sounds like a great plan. I look forward to that.
Aw.
What's his energy like talking about his boss? Is he like, does he seem like he's trying to hide that his boss is a jerk, or does he seem appreciative of him?
All right, Kelly, time to roll your favorite roll. Insight roll.
What? I love insight rolls.
Oh, they're the best. They're the best.
I usually, I don't know, we'll see. I'm not going to say anything right now because we're going to jinx it immediately.
Yeah.
Well, we did. I didn't even say anything and it did it. I got a 7 total.
Okay. I mean, it's hard to tell what his intentions are behind it. I mean, he just seems like he's explaining to you who his boss is. So. But yes, be safe,
Yeah.
and he'll see you go.
Oh, is there not a car this time?
We can walk. Like, Karis is like dragging him.
He's like looking around like, but there was a van last time.
Yeah, sorry, not today.
Oh, that's cool. That's fine.
It's once you get to the edge of the city, anyways, you won't be able to take the van. It's a long walk, so.
Yeah, I know it's a long walk.
The van would have helped a little bit.
Hey, is there service over there?
No.
Okay. Good to know. All right, let's go, guys. Karis.
Like start skipping off. Like
Yeah.
All right.
Solemnly fall behind.
So you guys
I don't-
leave the tower and begin to head south?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So you have a general idea where this place is, but you're not 100% sure. So we'll see how you do get in there.
yeah,
We could
Ren is
ask
not
some people
leading the way.
too. Like, once we get a little further in, we could ask people.
We'll see.
True. Can we find anybody? Oh yeah, Riot. Have you had a chance to check on Jeremy?
Yeah. He's actually shockingly doing okay.
Aw,
Good for him.
good.
Illuminance has blessed him.
Well, maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna keep checking on him every. When we get back, I'm gonna check on him again. There was a lot of Dracto out when he was at least a
Really?
night where he was. Yeah, he was fine, but I just worry about him.
Who knows? Maybe this is where he'll learn how to use his own powers.
I hope. I hope it's enough to protect him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. Hey, the three of us, we'll look out for each other. Awkward, like hopeful. I hope so. Sound to his voice.
Yep.
Well, yeah. We will.
Okay. So you guys start heading south through the city. As you walk by, you are gonna pass Ace Steelworks as you go.
Oh, yeah, so that's Mac in there, and then if you look, you see where the tarps are. That's an airship.
Oh, airship.
Yeah,
What?
That's pretty. Shh. Boat, but like it flies. I guess I don't know.
Flying boat. That's so cool.
Did they show it to you? How do you know about it?
Yeah. I just asked.
And they just
Hey.
told you?
I mean, I might have let him think I was a new worker showing up for the first day, but yeah, he just told me. That's where I got a Mac to work on my shield. Look at straps now.
It looks so
Shiny.
cool.
It's pretty cool.
And you keep moving, and you see the beacon kind of off to the side a little bit too as you go by.
And divine sense on it again? Just curious.
I mean, it's a ways away, so it's out of your divine
Oh,
sense
okay.
range.
I gotcha.
You just can see
Come on.
it from where you are.
Mm-hmm.
as it's kind of on like a little bit of a hill in the middle of the city, so it does rise up pretty high. So you can see it from most
That's
places
cool.
in the city, but it's a little ways off. And you pass by there. Um, you do also realize that you're pretty close to where the mighty strike is, which you two have been to before. Raya, not Raya, but Karis and Renan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
But
Fate bar. The
you,
revelation of Karis the Invincible.
as you walk through the city, though, the rain is coming down. People are not really outside very much today. It's pretty minimal. It's only kind of if you have to be outside that they're going to be outside. But you head south more and more, down through the city, and finally you reach sort of the edge of the civilized part. And
Right. Hey, Mark. Right before, and we don't have to roleplay this out or anything, but right before service would cut off, I'd ask Ren to like borrow his phone so I could tell my dad would be out of service. But
okay, so yeah, I mean,
like,
you're right at the edge of the city right now, so it might be a good time to do it.
yeah. So it just, yeah, I just like borrow. I'd be like, Ren, can I borrow your phone really fast?
Yeah, what happened to yours?
I gave it to my dad, so he wouldn't think I'm dying.
Oh.
This
Do you have
time.
your dad's number?
It's mine.
Oh, right. Yeah, because okay, yeah, here you go. The handler.
Yeah.
And just hold on
So,
to it. I have no one to call, so just hold on to it.
oh, I get hold on to this one now? It's like I have two phones.
And for now, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, so I'll just call him
All right.
and
So yeah, good thing you got that number programmed in there, so you call your own phone and it rings, it rings, and it rings. And is this working? Is this up yet? Oh, Karis, hey, hi, yes.
good job! Isn't it hard? But you did it.
I don't like this stuff.
You don't like it? But it's so cool.
I
I
mean,
bet you look cool talking on
I'm
it.
glad I can talk to you, but it's very confusing.
I think you'll get better at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I am gonna be in a place that is a little harder to for the phone to work. So I was just letting you know.
Where are you going?
Um
Where are you going, Garrus?
you have to promise not to jump to a bad assumption.
What does that mean?
Can you please just promise me?
Sure, I can promise.
Okay. Well, Mr. Shaw wants us to go. How about the trackers with something?
Oh, okay.
But it's not, it's not gonna be anything like, like anything. I'm definitely coming back.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you again.
Okay. You're not upset.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'll call you back whenever I can.
Be safe.
But it might be a couple days. I don't know. Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye. No, what?
I'll hang up for him.
Okay. So you begin to leave the city. There's again like a clear distinction where kind of the edge of the civilized part of Beacon is and where the outskirts begin. And it's much more overgrown in front of you. The roads are pretty littered with leaves now, especially with it being fall. Leaves are beginning to fall from the trees, and branches are all over the place. Housing is a lot more worn down and abandoned looking. And you begin to walk through the streets, through this abandoned area of Beacon.
Does it look different abandoned than the other part of the abandoned part, or is it basically the same thing?
It's pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Just people don't live out here. There's not really anything to find out here. It's most likely been picked through by scavengers. So roaming rats may have sent people to go through all this stuff, or anybody else who's scavenging for materials have probably gone through all these buildings nearby at least and searched for valuables, searched for things that they could use to be a purpose for whatever they have. Most of the buildings have, the doors are either open or they look like they've been marked in some way to show that they've been searched. But it's quiet. There's nobody living out in this area from what you can tell.
Okay.
But you guys walk south in the direction that you know the trackers are. But otherwise, you haven't been here before, so you're not really sure exactly where to go. So why don't you guys, are you going to try to go stealthy? Are you trying to go quick pace, normal pace? How are you moving?
Does it seem like there's anything? I was just say, does it seem like there's anything to be stealthy, like for? I get out here, all the way out here.
It's up to you if you think it's worth being stealthy or not. You have seen
Dractos
Dractos and stuff, but
We do the stealth speed walk.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, can we do the good old, like we walk normally, but if we see something suspicious, we can
And we
go
stop.
into it. Yeah.
so
Might be a little too late, but
your
yeah.
general pace is not stealthy then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, normal pace. So give me stealth rolls with disadvantage then.
Not roll.
Like double disadvantage for me.
No, just regular disadvantage.
I rolled a 2 and a 3, so.
Good.
Oh,
Four
good
and
for you.
eight.
that's good.
Well, I guess technically it's a 6 with combined. So.
4.
15.
Okay, so 4, 6, and 15.
I get same
old,
thing we
same
kind of did
old.
before.
All right.
There may be some gasping, and it's,
Do you guys talk about anything as you go?
I'll be pretty quiet.
Yeah, I don't know if Karis would be talking too much, besides like more like,
Give or
whoa,
give
look
her.
at that, and like look at that thing over there and stuff.
Okay. So
Brennan's probably keeping pretty to himself.
okay, so you guys are pretty quiet heading out of the city. You do your best to be quiet, but with the pace you're walking, the leaves on the ground, you're crunching in those leaves, the freshly fallen
Crunching.
leaves, and the rain helps a little bit, but it also makes it kind of sloshy sounding too in the leaves, and they stick to you, and it's a little bit of an annoyance to have these like little leaves sticking to the bottom of your boots and scraping on the pavement as you walk, and
Sometimes Karis might lose track of what she's doing, even if it's like purposefully kind of loud because it sounds fun. When you go on a
Stop
walk.
throwing Stop throwing rocks at my shield. It makes noise. It
playing
sounds
out.
cool.
But you guys begin to head south as you go. Give me perception rolls for each of you as well.
Oh God, this is not going. I need to use a different D20. This is not going well.
10.
12.
10, 12, and
6.
and 6. Wonderful.
I'm gonna use my other D20. This is bad.
It's jail time.
So you keep journeying south, and you're watching out for Dractos and anything like that. Like occasionally you'll see a bird begin to fly away, and you're like, Dracto! No, okay, we're good. It's a bird. But you're walking as much south as you know. Like you're trying to keep a good bearing on what direction is south as you move, and you walk a ways, and the quiet of just kind of this outskirt area gets to you a little bit. And occasionally Karis probably would like nervously like say something just to kind of break the silence from time to time, and
Yeah.
it's
We'd let the conversation die.
Yep. Yep.
It's.
I would.
I mean, you guys are doing all right. You haven't seen anything as you are heading south. The rain definitely makes it so that it seems like a lot of creatures are staying in their nests or their dens or wherever they are, from what you can tell. So it actually is very quiet with the rain.
Good.
Um,
We're doing good, guys.
but you've been walking probably a good 2 or 3 hours at this point, and you're really cold and chilled to the bone as the water's just kind of dripping through everything, and it's very cold out because of that. And you're walking down street, passing, I mean, these old, worn down cars, flat tires, and rust spots all over them. It's sort of like depressing in one way, but also kind of beautiful how the plants have just kind of grown over things. You spot like a car that's just completely consumed by a vine and just wrapped around this vehicle, and it's like, whoa, that's kind of cool how that happened. And
Karis mutters something about how she wants a car like that.
and you spot different trees that, I mean, they're really like bright and vibrant fall colors on them, and other ones that have fallen over and then are dead. A tree that's fallen through like a roof on a house and it's like laying on top of it right now. And there's just a lot of weird sights to be seen as you continue to move south further and further into places that people just don't go. People generally are not here. And there's more overgrowth of plants and just everything around you. You see this city that's being overrun by nature. So you're walking down this road, again, keeping eye out for anything. And you start to see different bushes move in the wind and sway. And then you watch as some of these bushes and plants start to rise up and like they're standing and looking in your direction. They're moving, tracking with you. And then you watch as more and more just start popping up around you, and then they all start moving towards you.
Yeah, you see that, right? You see that, right? You guys see that?
Kids are like, what the is that?
And
Quiet. Got it.
they're these like slick plants, but they're very dark in color. Like it's almost like a very deep brownish, blackish color that a lot of these plants are. And they begin to move towards you. You see some that have long, hanging, almost vine-like material coming from them, and others that have pointy thorns or needles coming out of them, and they begin to move in your direction. And we're gonna pick up with this after our break.
Oh.
So
Well.
we're gonna take a break right now before we get into this encounter, and we're going to come back and get into whatever's about to happen to the party here. So we're going to take about, we'll say until, why don't we go 3:30 work for you guys? 3:30, whatever, 30?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We'll be back
Sure.
here in about 7 minutes to pick up on this. So go ahead, get your break stuff in, bathroom break, whatever you need, snack time. We do have a question of the day we're going to put up on our break screen as well. So go ahead and throw your answer to that in the comments, and we can have a little discussion about that. Just for clarification on the question, it's talking about what is your character that is either your first or your favorite, not necessarily one of our characters. So think about your characters. That's what we want to hear about. But we'll see you back here shortly. All right, everybody, we are back to get into this encounter. So let's bring up the encounter map. Dun dun dun.
Okay. The map looks amazing, Mark.
Ooh.
So zoomed in, I can't see anything. Okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
those are a lot of things.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, we're gonna die.
Dun dun dun.
I like the fall leaves too. It's nice.
Yeah, I know they have fall leaves. That was really
It's
exciting
so
to see
I
that.
like it.
theme.
So I had to put those in there because they looked cool. So
I like it a lot.
So we're back here though. We got our encounter we're getting into. But yeah, thanks again everyone for showing up today. We're again really glad you're here, and thank you for joining us and answering our questions about your characters. That's really cool. So let's get into this encounter though with some initiative rolls.
I was hoping to do divine sense before initiative, but that's okay. We didn't really see them.
6.
Ooh. Okay.
2.
17 or 18.
Okay, so you said 18, Raya. You said 2, Renan.
Good old
And
2.
6 for Karis.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me roll up these guys. Alright.
Did
Okay.
you guys hear me rolling 500 times? I was trying to get all the bad rolls out of my dice.
Yeah, that was
Wait,
great.
Actually, I
Nice.
did that. I changed it up and I did that earlier, and now my roll was better. Well, we can't say anything.
What if you
now,
accidentally get all the good rolls out though when you?
Just thinking that.
I
like,
have done that too. I got like 2 20s in a row once. I'm like,
Oh man, I
got
ruined
my 20s
it.
out. I know I
Can't
ruined.
do
Now I
that.
can't get any more 20s. Got them all.
I used to do that. I can't do it anymore. I can't. Too superstitious on it.
Yeah, it's
The
big
dice
risk.
do
Big
what it
risk
is.
if you waste your good rolls like that.
It is
'Cause
what it is.
That's completely how dice rolling works.
I know. There is dark magic when
listens
it comes to dice rolls.
It listens to the last roll you had, and it determines based off of that last roll what you'll get.
Dice theories, so great.
Tell me, my dice listen to the game. It's weird.
I mean, there are some narrative times that things happen with dice, and it's always kind of amazing. So.
See, mine do the opposite, where like the times I really need to succeed, I'll get like a 2. I'm like,
Oh really?
no. No, actually not with this game, but with other games typically.
Okay.
You know, Mark.
Yeah,
I've failed some really imperative roles.
Yeah, that's
Not
true.
haven't
Okay,
gone well.
but you guys watch as these creatures begin to rise up, and they are, I mean, they're about the same size as all of you. Like, they rise up, and they have almost, like, human-like form to them as they rise.
They're like tree people?
They're, like, completely covered in plants, whatever they are. They're made up of plant from what it looks like. But you see, like, needles and thorns sticking out of some of them, and you watch as others have this, like, long, dangly, like ropey plant growth that's hanging from them, and they all are this very dark color. With the light or the reflection of water from the wetness of the rain on them, and they just have these like heads and almost like sense of where you are. It looks like, and they turn and begin to look in your direction, and they begin to make aggressive movements towards you. So, Rye, you were the first to go in this initiative count. So,
Okay, let's see where I am. I guess why is that guy special back there in the back? Does he look different than everyone else?
yeah, that one's the one that's more like ropey, viney
Okay.
looking.
Am I close enough to attack any of these guys, or can I move enough to attack any of these guys?
You can, I believe, throw your dagger at range at them, but I mean, you threw your dagger then, so.
I'll just move towards. Can I move towards this guy over
Yeah.
here? Okay, I'll move toward him. And I'm sorry, can I do sneak attack? I forget.
I do not think you have the assassin thing, and you've not surprised them, so no. You do not get sneak attack on this.
Is it okay? Just kidding. Let's say I went back. Then if I had like, could I like tumble roll really quickly over to him? Is that possible?
I mean, you could
Could
tumble roll
hold
over there,
your
but it doesn't do anything to the
Doesn't
sneak
surprise
attack.
him. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
You can
You
try
can
to look
So
hold
at
maybe
your
if I do it really,
action.
if I
you
do it
can
really
roll
fast,
through a
then-
puddle or whatever you want to do. It's not going to surprise them.
Oh my god, I didn't
You-
see her. Okay,
You
I guess
could
I'll
hold your action for one of us to get right up next to it if you want to try and get sneak attack.
Nah, I'll just go for it. I'm gonna use both of my daggers and hit him. So I'll do my attack and then I'll do my attack and then my second attack.
Bonus attack. Bonus action
Yeah.
to attack. Okay.
Okay, so first one for initiative is 18 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
Woo! And second one, oh no, dice. Oh, 20 to hit, so that hits too.
Yeah, both those are hit. So roll damage.
Damage. Okay. I'm sorry, is it +1? Yeah. Yeah. No. Am I forgetting? It's just a d6 +1, right?
It's your
Or plus
dagger,
two?
so it's a D4, right? You have daggers, or your short swords.
I have daggers. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking for the other one. Okay. So I got 2 and 3. And then I do +2 for both of them, right?
For the first one only, you don't get your.
First one only.
You don't get it on the second attack.
Okay, so 4 and 3, so 7 total.
Okay. So yeah, you slice into this thing. You watch as little pieces of brittle thorns and wood just kind of splinter
Ew.
out of this thing, and it kind of seeps this like black sap type substance from it. So
Gross.
you said how much? 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Yeah, it looks like it really staggered it, but it's kind of
Oh.
oozing this liquid out of itself now.
Cool. Okay.
It is their turn now, though.
Ooh, I'm right here.
Yep.
Aw.
So this one approaches you, and this one is going to make its way down to you as well.
Yikes. Oh no.
That one comes in here. This one comes to there. And yeah, we're gonna move all these boys in as they.
Come on, boys. Oh, not him too. Can
Guys, I
tumble
don't know.
roll?
Maybe they're friendly.
Can I tumble roll out of the circle?
So I mean, they just kind of get up and they just start swarming at you, and you watch as
Ew.
all these little needly things kind of come in at you, and
Gross.
they're going to start trying to claw you with these long, thorny, needly hands that they have.
Ew.
So we're gonna do a lot of attacks right now. So first up, I'm gonna go for all 5 of those on you,
Oh my gosh.
Raya.
I'm gonna die, everyone. I don't have that much health either, so I'm like not gonna be.
That is an 8 on the first one.
Does not hit.
19 on the second one.
Definitely hits.
A 10 on the third one.
Doesn't hit. Miss.
Another 8.
Oh, thank
and
God.
an 18, so 2 hits, I think.
Yeah. It's better than 5. I'm good.
So the first one, like that first one that gets a hit on you, just takes its hand and jabs it right through you in your shoulder, and you just feel these needles kind of insert into your arm and dig in.
Yeah.
You feel these like prickly little thorns in your skin through your clothing for 6 damage.
That's kind of a lot of damage. Okay.
The second one that gets you goes and scratches across your face with its hand in this fray. You're kind of trying to defend yourself, and you take 4 more damage from that one.
Okay, I'm getting a little low, everyone.
Jeez.
All right. Next up, we're gonna do. We got 2 on you, Karis.
Use protection to give disadvantage to one of those attacks.
Okay.
Nice.
So the first one that's kind of close by there, you throw your shield up to help defend for a 9 to hit.
Nice.
So you throw your shield up and just clangs off your shield as it just kind of throws its hand wildly at Karis, but you defend her perfectly. So
Well,
Karis,
thanks,
watch
Ren.
out.
Yeah.
the second one goes in for its attack that rolls a natural 20.
All right.
Ouchie!
Jeez.
Luckily for you, it rolled really poorly, so it's only 8 damage on that one as it slashes right across you, and you feel these little needles kind of enter your skin, and it feels really uncomfortable.
Okay.
And then on you, Renan, you got 3 attacks coming. 17 on the first one, an
Yep.
11 on the second one, and a 10 on the one after that. So only 1 hit.
Just 1 hit.
That is for 6 damage.
All right.
Yeah, you feel that painful kind of energy of these needles kind of entering you. It's still itchy and really, really annoying and scratchy. It does not feel good at all. Karis, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. So I think she'll just be like, okay, head exploding time. So I'll try for Chaos Bolts.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, probably not the ones in front of me, actually. I'll look over and see that it looks like Rye's in a lot of trouble. So I'll go to, I don't know, I don't think I can ping anything, but one of the ones closer to me.
So like the one on the sidewalk or the one on the road? Which one do you want?
Sidewalk.
Okay. So go ahead. Roll to attack.
I need to re-roll it. I was cocked. 20!
Oh, man. Okay.
Right.
Roll your
Alright.
damage. Tell me what type of damage it is,
Alright.
Dueling dice.
Ooh. Okay, we're gonna do force.
too. Force damage. Okay.
And then so that's, hold on a second. $26.
Okay. So you throw out your hand, and you just watch as just almost like the air just kind of ripples through, and it hits that creature, and you watch as it just like disintegrates into little pieces of twigs, and it just scatters all over right next to Raya.
Do they all get intimidated?
Yeah, I want to keep using this and just be like, yeah, try and mess with us!
Okay. They do not seem to respond to your yelling.
Okay, well, you know. It looked cool.
But yeah, you totally obliterated that one. That one is just gone.
Awesome.
Little pieces. I mean, it's like Groot levels of just twigs everywhere
Gross.
in Guardians
Yes.
1. So yeah,
Yes.
it's bad. Anything else you want to do?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So Renan, that's your turn now.
Yeah. Yep. Decisions. Paladin's hard, guys. I think he's just gonna go just simple slashing for now for the one to the south of him.
Okay.
Just a simple
can-
slashing.
Target that guy. Yeah.
Go for it.
So he'll like kind of take his hilt of the katana and then swing upwards, unsheathing it as he's attacking with it. 16 plus 3, 19.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
And then his lonely. Oh, jeez. 1 plus 1 for 2 points of katana damage.
All right. I mean,
Poke.
you whip your katana up real quick, and it's cool, but you just barely nick it as you do.
Yeah.
And you watch as just this little bit of black sap energy or black sap just kind of drips out from where you cut it. But yeah, they are still fully engaged in attacking you. All right. Anything else?
I think he has one more tablet left. No, that's it for now.
Okay. So now these other two creatures begin to slowly move up a little bit to about there, and you just watch as they kind of unleash onto the ground, and both of them send these long tendrils, these viney things, along the ground, and they move, and they look like they're coming right for you guys to kind of entangle you. So Renan and actually all of you, because this thing's gonna move up to there. We'll get all of you. So I need all of you to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh no!
First one, you couldn't have picked a worse one.
4.
4, okay.
Jeez.
Oh!
16.
Okay.
I think mine's negative. Wait, let me see. Yeah, 15.
15.
Negative
Okay.
1.
So, Karis and Raya, these vines just kind of begin to try to entangle you as they swarm up by your legs. You just kind of kick them away. But Renan, you're trying to escape these things, but they just start to wrap around your legs, and you are considered restrained right now. Grappled and restrained.
Yeah. Oh, I know that one well. Alright.
So, alright. So that means well restrained. I gotta look up all the condition things, but I forget all these all the time.
I know, they're always confusing.
Restrained creature speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against a creature have advantage. Creatures attack roll disadvantage. And have disadvantage on dex saving throws.
Alright, so that's a lot of stuff.
Yay.
Okay. So yeah, you are restrained there, Renan. Okay.
Oh, it's bad.
Back to the top of the round, Raya. It's your turn.
Okay. I've never used this before, but if I were, basically, I want to try and disengage and head back to where like Renan is, so I can get some of the bonus of being protected.
Okay.
Can I? What does disengage like entail exactly?
So you can use that as a bonus action, right? So
can I attack then disengage?
yeah.
Woo! Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna attack just the guy. We'll do this. The guy like down here, the bottom guy.
So not
yeah,
the one you
that
attacked
guy.
already?
Oh wait, no, that one. Yeah, no, him. So
Okay, the one you attacked already?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get one attack on that because you're saving your bonus action to disengage.
Okay. 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Oh my god. All right. And 4 damage.
All right. So you bring your dagger down and just slice through this thing again. It just falls to the ground, leaking this sap out, and it is no more.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Now, double roll back. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna risk that. I will literally just disengage back towards where I'll be in the zone of like Renan's benefit protection.
Okay, so go ahead and move where you're going to move to.
Is here good, or do you need to be closer?
You feel like you're pretty
well-
safe there by him.
What about here? Would this be bad or no?
You're not by him now,
wanna-
so.
Oh,
You have to be within 5 feet of me. You get
We'll
that
do it.
protect.
I'll do here,
Okay.
so I can get to the guys down here. Okay, cool.
Sounds good. All right. So these creatures begin to move again. And now you guys are going to be pretty much surrounded.
Yeah.
It's a party.
It's a big old party right now. Okay. So, first up, I'm going to do 3 against you, Raya. One of them will be at advantage because they're flanking. Another one.
Hmm.
So I'll do the first one. That is a
I'm gonna die.
21 to hit.
No.
Mark, which one's flanking?
There's 2 diagonal to her.
Oh, is that flanking? I thought it was
Once
directly.
they're opposite sides of each other. They're opposite sides of her.
Do you mean Karis
No.
or Ryan?
Look at Raya. There's one
Yeah.
The
that is
diagonal.
diagonal to the bottom left, and there's one diagonal to the upper right.
Oh, For some reason, that part did not. I'm so sorry. I thought that you meant Karis because I saw like.
No,
a...
you'll have flanking too. Don't worry, it's coming for you.
Oh, okay, great.
All of you have
Yeah,
somebody flanking
I'll-
you. So.
We use the protection on this one though.
Okay, so disadvantage on that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
that
thank
makes
God,
it
thank you.
a 5, so it misses. So it brings his hand down, and Renan, you just whip your shield out again and defend her from this attack.
Not today.
The second one, though, with the advantage on the roll,
Natural 20.
Please don't.
I rolled 2 4s, so that is only
Oh.
a 7 to hit, and it
Let's
misses
go.
on both.
Thank God.
And then the third
Oh,
one
I
goes in for its attack. Rolled a 19 on the die this time, plus 3, so 22 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit. I have 50 AC.
Well, you can have that much damage that no. Okay.
I'm like in steel armor. Like,
You take 7 damage from that one.
well, I'm down.
All
Goodbye,
right, so
everyone.
Raya goes unconscious.
What is up with me just fainting constantly?
That's a rogue's job.
Just to do some nice attacks and die.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, you got surrounded, unfortunately, so that did not help.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that third one got you, and you just fall to the ground, unconscious there.
Oh well.
Karis, you'll have 2 coming your way. First one without the advantage, and then I'll do the advantage one.
Okay.
7 on the first one, and then advantage on the second one is a 14.
I'll do shield.
Okay, so you blast up that smoke energy to defend yourself, and blocks its hand right out. Little pieces of twigs and needles go flying off in every direction. It looks surprised that it couldn't hit you there, but you are safe. No hits for you.
Karis loves that look of surprise on their face.
And then 3 coming your way now, running. Oh, I dropped my die on the floor. Let's grab that.
He's just too excited.
7
That's
to
a
hit
natural
for that one. So it's a
Nope.
miss. The advantage one on you is a
Yeah.
15 to hit. And the third one is a 10. So
Yeah.
1 hit on you.
0 hits, right?
Yeah, what's your AC?
16.
16. Okay,
Sure.
so that is 0
7,
hits
15,
then.
and 10.
Yeah.
His shield is reinforced
Your
now.
shield has saved you
But it
from
didn't
so
anything.
much. Look at you go.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I said stop. Plants, can't you read?
Oh, wait, they all have advantage on you. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Let me roll 2 more for those other ones, just to see.
Okay.
That's a 21, and that one is a 10. So only 1 more hit.
All right.
That is 6 damage.
Okay.
All right. So that is their turn. It is Karis' turn now.
Woo! Okay. Well, I'll look over and see that Raya is down. And remembering last time how the Drakta was like tearing into her throat, I think she'll target the far one away from her. So the one by the car.
Okay,
I'll do another Chaos Bolt.
go for it.
19. So, yes,
That'll hit.
I'm guessing. Okay. Okay. Ooh. We got psychic again, kids. 18.
18
I
damage.
rolled really high. Yeah.
Nice. So you send out another blast of energy, and this time this thing just, you watch as its head kind of reaches its hands up there, and just sap just begins to drip from the spots that look like eye holes, and just like that little facial features you see, just like all this black sap begins to drip out, and it falls to the ground unconscious or gone. So
Awesome.
yeah, that was a pretty horrifying kill right there. Anything else?
I just keep yelling at them. I don't think it's occurred to her that it doesn't look like they're taking in words, but she's just like, yeah, have you learned yet? Get out of here!
Okay. Renan, it's your turn.
is so tough. Um, the two of them that are above right are untouched at the moment, right?
Yeah, they have no damage to them.
All right, I'm gonna go and attack the one below me again. I'm gonna try and take it out before I can attack Rye or anyone else again.
Okay, go for it.
At 21.
That'll hit.
Hopefully, we'll get a better roll this time. There we go. 8 plus 1. I'm like, Ryan, no.
All
9
right.
points.
Nice. So you whip your katana down, and you just slice straight through this thing, and your blade is just covered in this black sap substance as you finish through it, and it falls in two pieces, bisected. It is gone.
Very curious about the sap. We'll have to wait on that. And for a bonus action, he'll take his last tablet.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d4 plus 1, and then that increases your
These are
max.
temporary, right?
Yeah, it's all temp, and it increases you temporarily by that much too for your max HP.
Nice. Okay, sweet. Okay, yeah, that's his turn for now.
Okay. All right. This thing moves up to there. Let me see if they recharge their ability. No and no. Okay. So, because you are grappled by the one that's near you, Renan, it is going to constrict on you.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. Oh no.
So you take 9 damage as this vine just
Ouch.
constricts around you and begins to tighten on your legs, and you can feel it just digging in, this pressure on your muscles and your bones. You're worried you may break something if it gets to your lungs. It might constrict and squeeze the life right out of you. I mean, it's really bad feeling. Real tight.
Well, praise be Helen, keeping me up at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
And then Karis, the one that's nearby you, whips its arm up and just comes slashing down at you with this vine or this vine arm, and it rolled a 10 to hit, so you're fine.
Yes. I'm good.
Oh, Mark, did you make a decision on when I can use protection? Is it before you roll or after you roll?
I believe it is like at that moment. Make a decision. I guess we'll still feel it out right now, but I think you already used it this round. Is it a reaction to use it?
It is a reaction. Yeah, but I just had my turn, so my reaction's back.
Okay.
I was basically just wondering, like, if you roll in at 20, does that allow me to give it disadvantage, or do I need to call it before? Like, when you say like I'm attacking, do I need to call it then?
Let me look up.
It just says, yeah. While wielding a shield on a creature, you can see attacks a target other than you within 15 feet. Use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. No, sometimes they say before you know if they hit or not. That's why I just wasn't sure.
The first thing I see says you should do it before you are aware of the results of the roll, but if we find something different, we'll go with that. But for now, let's go with that result of when I declare an attack, say you're protecting. So
Sounds like a plan.
all right, so yeah, you are fine, Karis. Yay for you. Okay.
So disappointed sounding. Yay for you.
So you're yelling out and having this fight, you see running down the street a woman. She comes charging in from down here, and she has a bow in her hand.
Hey, I drew that.
You did draw that.
Look at that.
She raises her bow and begins to fire at one of the creatures that is towering over Raya. in her unconscious state. So yeah, that will definitely hit on her attack. All right. This bow she fires off and shoots right into this creature, and this arrow sticks out of it. You watch as there's like a little splurt of this sap that flies out, and yeah, it took some heavy damage there. And she says, "What are you doing out here?"
Do we respond on our turn mark, or when do we respond?
Yeah, you can respond on your turn.
Okay.
She's going to action surge, and she's going to shoot at that one again.
Let's go. I like
Yeah,
her
girl.
already.
Another hit, and yeah, she takes that one out.
Best friends.
Ren's like, do I love her?
Am I gonna marry her one day?
So yeah, this
She's
thing
the
is
one for
gone
me.
as she just fires 2 arrows into it real quickly and eliminates it. Raya, I need a death save from you.
Nice.
I
Okay.
was waiting for that sound, Kelly.
Oh, it's okay, please. Oh, 3.
That is 1 failure. So
You-
mark
you-
off
you
1
hear me do
failure
like
there. The life is
and I
escaping.
dodge. Yes, and gross noises.
All right. We're going to these needle creatures. Let's see. It looks like we're gonna have 3 on you, Karis, and 2 on you, Renan.
Okay.
I'll take one of the advantages away. One of them getting flanking.
Okay, so yeah, the one of those advantage ones you're gonna throw up your shield for. Okay. So first attack was the normal one. That is an 8 to hit.
Nope.
The second one is going to be the one that was advantage that he's going to block. So that is a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that still hits.
Okay. And the next one is the advantage attack. 15 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't even get to convert my sorcery points. I don't have a spell slot currently.
So sad.
No shield.
Okay, so the first hit is for 6 damage.
Okay. Still up.
The second one is for 5 damage.
Okay, now I'm down. Gotta roll my thing.
Roll your thing.
Okay. Yes, I made it.
Okay. So yeah, you feel these 2 slaps come in from these tree creatures with all these needles, and you feel yourself going out as the needles just kind of puncture through your skin, and it hurts real bad. But you feel that strength come up from this shadowy force within you. It just holds you up, and your eyes turn black for a second with that smoke, and then it just fades, and you realize you're standing still. You're up at 1 HP.
I've never seen that.
Awesome. So, I'll use my bonus.
It's not your turn.
Oh, I thought you said it was
no,
my turn.
no, I'm going. That was your save on the attack.
Oh, I'm so sorry then. Continue,
So,
sir.
Renan, you get 2 attacks now. So the first one's normal
Okay.
for a 1. That's a miss.
Close, but doesn't it?
And the second one has advantage. And that is a 14 to hit. So your shield saves you again as you just keep kind of flying around with it and defending everybody in the area.
Praise the shining shield.
All right. That's their turn. Karis, you're up.
Okay, now it is my turn.
Now it actually is your
Okay.
turn.
Now I'll use my bonus action to get another spell slot. And I'll turn to the lady and be like, wait, what did she ask? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
We're trying to find the truckers! And then she will, we'll do Ray of Frost at, this creepy rope guy on the sidewalk that's closest to her.
It's the one above you? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, 21.
21 will hit.
Cool. 7.
Nice.
And it's slowed down by 10 feet, but I don't know if it hasn't really been moving that fast. So
Okay. So yeah, you watch as these ice crystals kind of cover its form, and it especially helps with the water on it. Just you see this frost layer kind of cover a lot of it, and it looks like it's very very slowed down from your attack.
cool. Okay.
Anything else?
I think I used all my actions. I guess I'll like be like, hey, run, look at Ryan.
Okay.
To further stress him out. I'm so sorry.
It's your
He's still
turn.
like looking at you in awe as this is the first time he's ever seen that shadow ability. He's usually knocked out in a fight when you do it.
Or busy.
What? And then the tree hits a shield. Like, yeah, right. Yeah, this is another toughie. Gosh, paladins are so hard to play. He's gonna reach out his hand to Raya and which one I'll do? Do Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Yeah, so, actually, no. That's too risky. I've been rolling really bad. I'm gonna pump 10 HP to her.
Woo!
All right. So lay on hands.
My on hand.
10,
Yeah.
10 HP flies into you, and your eyes just
spring
shoot
up.
open, Raya.
Feel like $1,000,000.
Right. We need your help. We need your help. We need your help. As he's pretty
I'm
sure he's
on
about to
it.
go down.
Anything else?
He's just gonna yell out to the lady, "We're trying not to die."
Okay.
That's it.
Sounds good. All right. So it's the vine creatures now. Let's see if they recharge their abilities. They do not. So, the one that's nearby you, Karis, just kind of stares you down as you shot it with this frost ray, and he's going to attack you.
Mean.
I know, mean. So, first attack against you is a 11 to hit.
No.
All right, and now Ren, the one below by you, which I think you're still restrained in, so he gets advantage on the attack. I keep forgetting to do that.
Yup.
I keep dropping the die too, but the first roll was a 19,
Natural one. Yeah, that hits.
so definitely a hit.
Pretty sure I'm down.
So these vines that are constricted around you, they tighten up, and you take 8 more damage.
Ouch.
And he hits the ground, face planting.
All right.
Oh no!
So he goes out. All right, that is their turn. So it's this girl's turn again. And
The ladies.
she
It's up to you,
continues to move down the street and just says, "What are you, crazy? Get out of here!" And she will fire at the one standing above Raya again. And that is definitely a hit. So, damage. Yeah, that's enough to kill that one. So, she
Nice.
fires through this one, and it is no more.
Evan's dreaming about her right now.
Yeah,
Save
she
you.
eliminates this one just enough. She shoots the arrow straight through kind of where the heart would be on this creature, and just the front of it sticking out, pointing towards you, Karis, and just more sap just oozes out the front of it, and some splurts onto your clothing even. So
Ew.
big
Oh,
old
good, she's
ooh.
back.
The word oozing is like my least
Yeah,
favorite.
there's lots of oozing going on in this fight.
Gross.
Okay, Raya, you're awake now.
Okay, so that scary man in front of me. Am I able to hit him maybe, or is he still too far away?
The one on the sidewalk?
Yeah, he's probably too far away, isn't
I
he?
mean, you can throw a dagger, but you're not in melee with it, so you'd have to move.
Ew.
Kelly, too, something to remember about rogues that
Yes.
I don't know if you remember, or
Probably
knew
not.
yet, but like if you have an ally that is engaged with an enemy, if you go and hit them, you get sneak attack damage as well.
Cool. So
So
which
you don't
one are
have
you?
to be sneaky necessarily in order to get sneak attack.
So can I hit the one like by you? Are you engaged with
Can
him?
hit any of the three that are next
That are
to
in
her.
front. And if Ren was up, you could have hit basically any of the 4 in
Yeah.
front of us and gotten sneak attack as well. But since Ren's down, then that one on the end
Owie.
doesn't count right now. Yeah.
Okay. What about the one right in front of him, or is he in the way to get that one? I can step over his body.
Yeah, you can't share a space with somebody.
But you
Okay.
could. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, you can run in there and attack and then jump back. I'll allow that, but
Okay, I'll do that. Can I?
okay.
Which one over?
Which one did you want to
I mean,
attack?
Wait, I'm sorry. Which guy did you? Whatever one I can, I guess. I'll
Okay,
jump
so
towards.
you could jump like and stand over Ren for a second and attack that like third one down if you want, because there's a row of them.
Okay.
So, and
Okay,
then
I'll do that
and then
one.
jump back
and I'll do
if you want. So,
And I'll do sneak attack for that guy.
just know if you leave range of a melee creature, like you can do an attack of opportunity on you. So,
Okay. So when I jump back, he's gonna do an attack of opportunity.
if you
could
move
use
from
your
there,
bonus
likely
action.
something will. You could use your bonus action to disengage though. So
Yeah. So then you wouldn't get an attack of opportunity if you use your bonus
you
action.
just can't use a second
Okay.
attack then. So.
That's fine. I'll do one sneak attack and then one disengage.
Okay, so you go for that third one. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Please, please.
Super smart.
Ooh, 19 to hit. Or I'm sorry, it'd be 21 to hit.
Nice.
That definitely hits. So you get to roll your sneak attack damage in there as well.
So sneaky.
It's a D6, yeah? No?
Yes.
Am I crazy? Okay. So first is the melee. We got 4, and then plus 9 damage.
Nice. So yeah, you slice
Slice.
into this thing with your dagger and quickly jump back. Are you using disengage to jump back?
Correct.
Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of that sap just dripping out, but it is still
Ew.
standing.
Okay.
It's starting to fall on Renan too as he's on the ground. But those creatures, they are still quite angry. So this one begins to move in towards you, Raya. This one as well moves to you. And then 2 attacks on each of you. So first attack's for Karis. That's a 7 to hit and a 15 to hit. So
Okay. I guess we'll do shield.
okay, you have a spell slot for shield.
I converted my sorcery
Oh yeah,
points
because
for my
right
last
across is
spell
a cantrip.
slot.
So perfect.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that energy shoots up and it hits that shield again. Just cannot get to you. Alright, we got 2 attacks coming your way now. First attack is a 15 to hit,
It hits.
and the second attack is an 11 to hit. So,
It misses.
all right. So that first attack is for 7 damage.
Well, you didn't have to take all my points there, did you? Okay.
But you're
I'm
still
still
up
up.
because Renan gave you
I'm
a lot
still
of
up.
health, so you're still up.
Yeah.
All right, it is Karis's turn.
Okay. So I will give Ren my last health tablet.
Okay,
Oh.
so that'll be an action to give it to him.
Yeah. So as I'm doing it, I'm like giving it to him. I'm like, okay, lady, like that'd be great, but like this kid is like tangled up by that thing, and I'm like pointing over to the ropey thing.
Okay. So you have to like drop it in his mouth and use his jaw to like chew it up a little bit.
Yeah, like she's doing that as she's talking, like yelling at the lady.
I'm awake.
So roll a d4, Karis.
Mm,
I thought you were gonna chew it up and like spit it in his mouth. That'd be
like a
gross.
baby bird.
Like a baby bird.
Yeah, let's not baby bird it.
He's like,
Two,
like throws it
two.
up immediately.
Okay, so you have 2 HP.
It's better than 0.
Okay, anything else?
I don't think I have any bonus actions I can do, so no.
Okay, Brendan, you're up then. With 2 HP, you're awake.
have both my
Can you
skill
lay
sets.
hands on yourself?
I mean, I can. It's not gonna do anything since I'm out of points.
Oh, sorry. That was me.
So how do I want to do this?
That guy could still constrict you? Is it still happening, Mark, or did
He's
they
still
let go
wrapped
when he
up
was
in it, yeah.
unconscious?
He's completely
Okay.
wrapped
Ew.
up in this thing.
Jeez.
You are still
Yeah.
restrained.
I guess I'll do cure wounds on myself first. Unfortunately, I wanted to do it on Karis, but
You can
if
also
I go
use an
down,
action to break the restraint, but it's up to you.
yeah.
So hard.
You know, yeah, I'm just gonna do cure wounds on myself this turn,
Okay.
just to try and get by another turn. So that's a
Make it to
D8.
another day.
Yeah. There we go. All right, 6 plus 3. It's not too bad. 9. 9.
Yeah.
So I think the way this works too, and correct me if I'm wrong, but your movement is 0, so you're still stuck on the ground.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah, I
use
can't
half
even
your
get up.
movement to get up, and you don't have any movement. So
No, I'm playing dead. Like I'm just cure wounding and trying to play dead as
Okay.
much as possible right now.
yeah. So again, this like little bit of light kind of emanates from your hand as you're kind of squeezed in and touch yourself to heal yourself, and more health comes back. Okay.
We got this, guys.
All right. It's the vine creature's turn. Let's see if they recharge their ability. The top one does. Okay. So that one moves down to here. Right there, yeah. And I need Karis, Raya, and the girl to make a strength saving throw.
Honestly, the worst saving throw I can possibly have.
Oh, I rolled a 19 on the die.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
How's a oh no. How's a 13 gonna do me?
13 is enough to do it.
Oh, thank God.
So all of you just kind of kick away these vines that are still a little frosty from the attack that Karis did on them, and these vines just shoot out, but you just all bat them away with your feet and slap them away as they try to grab your arms and restrain you. You are all fine from that one. Unfortunately, Renan is still constricted, so it is going to continue to constrict on it, which will hit, and that's gonna
Don't be more than 2 points.
It's 8 damage to you.
Oh.
You're still.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Ah!
So it just continues to constrict it on you, and you're just wrapped in this thing, but it is squeezing you with everything, trying to take the life from you. Alright. The girl gets her turn now. She turns to that creature, the vine creature at the top, and she just yells like, "You gotta get out of here! These things are dangerous!" And she's gonna fire off an arrow at
We're aware of that.
the big one there.
Wait, which one? The one that got Ren or the other one?
The one at the top, the one that does not have Ren.
Oh, okay.
But she will hit with that. And that's 10 damage from her there. But it is still up. I mean, it's hurting, but it's still up. Raya, it's your turn.
So with my I have an action. It's like help. Can I help ungrapple Ren?
So essentially, what that will do will give him advantage on his turn when he
Okay.
tries to escape. If he tries to escape, so.
Can I try and cut him out of the vines?
I mean, I'll let you use your action to attempt to try to wrestle him out of the vines. So.
Can she bonus action help? Or is that not part of bonus actions?
So.
It's just action combat. I don't know if it's a bonus. It's not listed as a bonus action.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't
help
know.
somebody
I've
with
never
your
used it.
action, or you can just use your action to try to break him out of there too, because he's right by
Yeah,
you.
cunning action doesn't work for help. I think it's just.
Oh, I think there's a
hide
specific
action.
rogue ability later you could get that does that. But yeah,
Okay. So can I use my action and then to try and grapple him and then also attack with a bonus action for someone else?
I think to use your bonus action to attack, you have to use your action to attack. But
Yeah.
I'll let you decide what you want to do. You can try to break him out with your action, or you can attack with your action. Use your bonus action also to attack.
I'm gonna try and break him out. I'll try and break him out.
Okay, so give me a strength roll.
Oh, please do well. Because of my worst ability. 19.
19.
Nice.
So you
Nice.
reach
Well, I
down.
guess, I'm sorry. 8. I have -1 strike, so technically 18. I'm
Okay,
sorry, I got 19.
that's still enough. You reach down and start
Woo!
ripping these vines off of Renan, and they start snapping and breaking as you pull it off of him. And Renan, you are released from the vines that are around you.
Nice.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay,
And then you said I don't get it in action now. That was my one.
that was your
thing.
action. So now you can use your
Cool.
bonus action
Oh.
to do like a cunning action type thing if you want.
Okay. Let's see.
Can she grab the pistol from me as a free action? Is that a thing?
I'd let her grab it with like her bonus action if she wanted to grab it off
Well, so I have
your belt.
Sure, I'll do that. Why not? Let's try it out.
Okay, so just go ahead and grab it
Yeah.
real quick.
Raya, the pistol.
So
I grab it.
you have the pistol in your hand. Okay. Anything
It
else?
surges with power. No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. So now the needle creature's turns. 2 attacks for you, Karis, and then
jeez.
1 for each of the other 2. So Karis, 2 attacks coming in.
Yeah.
First attack.
Disadvantage, I think, on hers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So disadvantage makes it. Ooh, one was on a 20, one was an 8, so it's an 11 to hit.
Oh.
Okay, so that was an 8 on the first. 8 plus 3, so 11. So that misses, I think, right?
Yeah, misses.
Second attack comes in for a 12 to hit.
Oh, that's exactly what was needed.
No.
Okay.
Boo.
So it goes and attacks you for 4 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm down.
All right. So yeah, it just collides with your face and you fall to the ground, bleeding.
It looked like she was. Yeah, it looked like she was about to turn to and start running towards the girl, like, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, that thing got you right as you're trying to make your escape, and this black, like, needles are kind of sticking out of your face as it hits you, and it's a little painful, but you're unconscious, so you don't feel it.
I don't feel it.
Renan, attack on you coming in. That is a 9 to hit, and Raya 16 to hit.
Fine.
Fine.
What's the damage?
Only 3. I rolled really bad, so.
Oh.
Hold up. Okay. Well. Okay, we're fine.
You're
We're
fine? Okay.
I mean, I'm not fine, but I'm like.
You're up
fine.
still? You're not unconscious?
No, I'm not unconscious.
That's good.
I
Okay.
think
little
you,
bit.
you have 1 or something left.
I have 4 health left, so like not
Oh, that's
bad
close.
really,
Right.
considering.
Karis, death save for you.
Okay. 12.
Okay, success. Alright, Renan. It's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go character with this one. He's gonna stand up
Okay.
and kind of try and push the that guy in front of him and like just get enough room with him and like to like put a shield between Karis and it, and he'll grab his arm. Like, yeah, I promised your dad, and we'll do cure wounds on her.
Cure wounds on Karis, okay.
Yeah, so 7.
Hooray!
You are alive again.
Yay!
All right, kid, get us out of here. Yeah, that's it. He's just gonna be standing there, hoping not to die.
Alright, Vine Creature's turn. They recharge? Neither one recharges. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
thank God.
I think Ren's gonna yell out to Raya to say, "Press the switch on the pistol. Use the burst attack." And then that'll be his action or his turn.
Okay. So the first one is gonna swing. It's gonna move in a little closer to the girl as she's come in, and it swings its viney arm out at her to hit her, which will hit. So she takes 12 damage. Ouch.
Ooh.
Wife. No.
Is she okay?
She's still up, yeah. Looks like it hurt though. This like slimy vines are kind of wrapping around her. Right, and attack against you. Well, I'm gonna roll a die for the two of you, which is gonna attack. That is you, Renan. It's gonna attack you. So you stood up, you said, so it's not at advantage, thankfully. Ooh, that is going to be only a 9 to hit, so you're good.
Yes. So
There's just
stressed.
It's so stressful.
this like slap of vine just smack on the ground next to you as you dodge out of the way just in time.
It's gross. It was in my mouth.
All right, the girl continues to stare down the one that's coming in to attack her, and she's going to shoot it with another arrow. That will be just enough to hit, like just barely hits. Ooh, that was close to missing. For 7 damage. It is still standing though, just barely.
Dang it!
Jeez.
Limping its way towards her. It is still up. Raya, it's your turn.
Okay, so he's over there. I guess I'll get this guy in front of me. Or wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you explain sneak attack again in terms of like another, like if I get the one that Ren's getting, then I can sneak attack that?
So
Right.
as long as there is an enemy of the creature that you're attacking within 5 feet of it, you, I believe, get sneak attack on the attack. As long, I gotta look up the rules of that again, because if you're not proficient with them, you might not get it. But let me double check that.
Proficient with what?
The weapon.
Just handed her the pistol. So yeah, she's not proficient in it.
It
You don't know
must
that. I could be
finesse
really
or
good.
ranged. Okay. It
Could
doesn't
be
say.
John Wick.
It's either finesse or ranged. So if you use the gun, it's ranged.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What is that? So I can't do sneak attack, or I can?
You can.
You can't.
Can she do the burst thing with?
That one doesn't give sneak attack. That's just like a burst of area. So it's a 10-foot
okay.
area that you attack. 10
You
foot
could
cube.
hit all 3 of them with it.
Yep.
If you use the
Okay, I'll
burst
do the
attack.
burst then.
Okay.
I guess on all 3 of them.
So you're using the burst attack. Uses up 10 ammo. So go ahead, mark that
Yeah,
off.
I'll
Renan, I
mark that
guess.
down.
Mark that off because it's yours. And they
Okay.
need to make a dexterity saving throw. So
Hopefully they're not that fast.
I will do it for the first 2 in front of you real quick. That is... DC is what, 15?
15.
That's a fail. And that is a fail. And now the vine creature, who looks a little more sluggish, rolled a 16. Just dodges out of the way. But those two in front of it, you get to roll the damage for the weapon on them.
3d6.
Nice.
3d6. Okay.
3d6. Go ahead and roll that.
4, 6, 6.
Let's go.
Nice.
I can't do math.
Nice.
You can do math.
12, 16.
Yeah,
So-
that sounds good.
You
plus
unleash...
your dex modifier, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I forgot my dex modifier. Yeah, +2.
Okay,
I
so
guess.
18 damage.
Woo!
You just begin pulling that trigger like crazy, and you watch as it just fires through those 2 creatures and just eliminates them thoroughly. They are gone. But
Yeah,
there's
you're keeping that.
the one vine
Woo!
creature that's standing right there, and it's just staring you down as little pieces of twig and needles and all that are flowing all over the place and attached to the vine creature. Okay.
I give it the glare down.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to care.
Well, I it meant a lot to me.
Ryowick. I like it.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Oh, I guess do I get a bonus action technically? No. Wait, I forgot what I did.
You still have
What I
bonus
did.
and movement. You can do. You use your action.
Can I just shoot the gun regularly with like a bonus action?
No.
To the I can't. Okay. I guess I will. Now that there's no people here, I guess I'm gonna move. I'll step towards this guy, I guess, if that's okay.
Okay. You're gonna move up closer to him. Remember
Yeah,
though,
oh,
if you
it's-
shoot at,
I'm on him.
if you shoot at range, I'll just warn you right now. If you shoot at range at
Mhm.
somebody who's within 5 feet of you, you're at disadvantage. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna move back. Just kidding. That didn't happen. She just thought about it. I guess I'm done then. I guess.
Okay. Stay there. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. The last two needle creatures. They're going to attack you, Karis.
Owie.
Are you KO'd?
Not good.
No, I'm,
he got
I'm
you
at
up.
7 health.
Okay, yeah, he got you up. I forgot. Otherwise,
Disadvantage.
that would have been really bad if you were knocked or unconscious.
Yeah.
Did you hear Ren yelling disadvantage?
Okay, yeah, disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
Protection. Yeah.
So that's a natural 1 as it just collides with your shield.
Hey.
And second attack is 21 to hit.
Yeah.
6 damage, so that's close.
I'm up by 1.
Wow.
Yeah, that's close. I rolled a 2, a 3, and then +1, so.
Jeez.
All right, that's their turn. Karis, it's your turn.
Okay, so I think she's been up and down a little bit. This lady's yelling like, we probably need to go. She seems like she knows what she's doing. So I'm gonna use my action to disengage and kind of start like maybe going like right here at least.
Sure.
And like starting to like make my way to her and be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go. Where are we gonna go? Where do we go?
Okay. Just kind of do a little juke move and just run away as the creature looks like it's trying to find a good spot to hit you and you just run. So,
Yeah, like over to her,
Get
like
out of there.
and like, just kind of like signaling them, like, come on.
Okay.
Really, probably over dramatically.
Renan, it's your turn.
Smartest thing you've said all day. And disengage. He is also going. Oh, wrong button. He's going to 10, 15, 20, 25. No. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. I'll go back here.
Okay.
Yes. No. Oh, he would stay here,
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Go to it.
Sounds good.
Okay, right there.
Alone.
I know.
Final
I went
answer,
all
that's
over
where
the
you're gonna
map on that. Final answer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So the two vines creatures' turn now. Let's see if they recharge their abilities.
Oh.
Ooh, the bottom one does.
No,
Uh-oh.
not one frick.
I'm just out here alone.
It moves to here,
Okay.
and the bottom one again unleashes the vines. And I need Renan and Raya to both make strength saving throws.
Oh, come on, please.
Oh my gosh.
What bad?
Frick.
1.
Okay.
Oh no. I got a 12. How does that do?
12 is exactly what you need. So
Oh.
you escape, but Renan, as you're kind of like up against the car, kind of ready to defend, you watch as vines just crawl underneath that vehicle, just begin to wrap up around your legs, and you again are restrained.
Hit. Run.
Okay. Top one is going for its attack, and that girl's been attacking it a lot, so it's gonna keep trying to smack at it with its vine arms. That is definitely a hit. That is a 21 to hit. So that is 13 damage. Ouch. She gets
okay?
smacked real hard, but she is still up. But
Ugh.
that looked like that hurt a lot. Whew. Okay. Top of the round, that girl again She stares it down, aims her bow, fires a shot. Natural 20 on the
Yeah.
roll.
Nice.
And, oh yeah, that thing is eliminated from the combat.
Woo.
You just watch as the arrow goes straight through the head of this creature and just drops to its knees and just splats out in this vine mess on the road. Just says, "Come on, let's go!" Right, it's your turn.
I will do the same. I'm going to disengage. 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
You guys shoot it.
Oh, did I shoot before?
You can use your action to shoot, yeah.
Kelly, you can use your bonus action or your action whenever you want, like whatever order you want.
Oh, for some
Which
reason,
is very nice.
You could have ran a little ways too and then shot. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you could do it in
Okay.
the middle.
I'll do that. I'll run here, and then I'm gonna shoot towards those two guys, I guess.
Are you going to do the burst or just a regular shot at one of them?
We'll do I guess we'll do the burst. Why not?
Okay, so mark off 10 more ammo. They both need to
Sorry.
make dexterity saving
Very good.
throws.
Kelly, I don't think anyone's mad at you for that.
Not at all.
The first one is a failure. Second one is another failure. So go ahead and roll damage.
Woo!
Nice.
3d6, right?
Yep.
Dexterity.
3,
3d6.
5.
Did she add
And
the
4.
dex to the burst attack
You
as
do
well?
add the dex in there, yep. So 3,
Okay.
5, and 4
Yes.
plus 2.
14, yeah.
All right.
Let's go, Raya.
I like guns. This is nice.
They're pretty powerful.
Yeah, no, use it better than I do.
Guns is now my personality.
So you watch as those creatures just get destroyed by that energy weapon. The beams of like the gun just fire right through it, just rips it apart, and it falls to the ground. Looks like there's like pieces of it that disintegrated from the shot going through it. It's dead.
Yes. Cool.
All right.
And then I run as far as I can after that too. So
Okay.
with the group.
Sounds good. Karis, it's your turn.
Okay, so again, like she'll look over and see Red is like pinned down again. So then she's like, "Okay, that's great. I mean, we keep trying it." And she's like gesturing to Ren. So then she'll step back a little bit so she can see over the car and tries to hit this guy with a frosty ray in hopes that maybe it'll help Ren.
Go for it.
9.
9 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah,
You
okay.
shoot at it and it just looks like it absorbed it, and it's like a wet spot. Just it's gone.
Okay.
Okay. Redden, it's your turn. You are restrained right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and break free. And
Give me a
Do it.
strength roll.
Roll good, and that was so good, and then not so good. 7,
That is a failure.
like 19.6.
So you are still restrained.
Yep,
Okay. Anything else?
all I got.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
You are restrained, so it's going to try to constrict on you. That is going to be a... Yeah, definitely hits 20 as it continues to tighten in on you. For 8 damage.
Your boy is down.
Dang it! I don't have anything to do. Ah!
So it just is continuing to just wrap around you and squeeze the life out of you. And it looks like it's trying to pull you down, like, underneath the car towards it. Alright, that's the end of the Vine Blight's turn. Alright, top of the round. It is this girl. She runs up, jumps on top of this car, and aims with her bow and fires down at this vine creature. Doing everything she can to shoot it. Oh yeah, 19 on the die, which is a crit for her.
Yes, girl.
Good roll on the first one, really good on the second one for 18 damage. But the vine creature is still up.
Ugh.
And she yells,
Lame.
"Cut him free! Cut him free!" Raya, it's your turn.
I will do as the lady says and try to use my dagger to cut him free.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength roll.
Good God, I really can't. I don't feel like this is gonna go well. Oh, we got a 2 on the die.
Oh,
and
no.
then a -1. So my dagger does nothing.
Yeah, it's just too slippery for you. You can't get a good spot to cut him free. So,
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action.
Okay.
Can I bonus action try again, or do I have to?
No, it's an action, unfortunately.
Okay,
Try again.
that's like under my description. Try again. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot a shot. Oh wait, sorry. Can I do ranged? No.
No, it's an action.
Um. Oh, you know what I am gonna do? Wait, no, I can't do that either. Okay. What can I do?
Probably
Nothing.
nothing.
I can dash. I could hide.
Run.
Yeah, I was gonna give you one of my tablets because I do have a tablet left. Oh wait, can I instead? No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm
Renan,
not good, but I am
death
done.
save for me, please.
Wait,
Yes,
it's me
sir.
at first, isn't it? Then
Oh yeah, Kara, sorry. I flipped to you early.
You forgot me.
I flipped to you
Okay.
early. Your turn, yes.
Hey, so how bad does this creature look? Does it look like it's staggering, like close to death, or does it still look like it's fine?
It's bleeding a lot of that sap. I mean, it took a pretty good amount of damage from that shot that this girl just did to it. So it
Uh-huh.
is heavily just like, I'll use the word again, oozing this
Ugh.
black sap substance that's coming out of it, but it is still holding on to life. So your choice what you want to do.
Okay.
Dripping the oozing, moist, black tar.
Ugh.
Yeah,
All the words.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to. What would she do? I think I'm going to try to help Ren
Okay,
get out.
strength roll,
If
please.
Kara's isn't working. I mean, Raya's thing is working. I got an 8.
Okay, yeah, these vines are too slippery. They're just not. You can't get a good grip on them. So, sadly, you're still restrained there and grappled. And Ren, I need a death save from you now.
Would be a good old 2, sir.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, so that's a 1 failure.
Yup.
It continues to try to pull you down underneath the car as it lashes out with one of its vines at the girl on top of the van or the car there. And it will just hit her with this vine attack for 6 more damage to her. She's still up, but she's looking pretty badly hurt. And yeah, you're starting to slide underneath the car there, Renan, as it just pulls you closer to it. Top of the round, it's the girl again. She aims.
I have hope in the girl. Please,
She,
girl.
she shoots, she fires, she hits, and she rolls. Not enough damage to kill it. It's still up, just barely.
Yes. Almost.
And it's Raya's turn.
I'm gonna shoot my shot quite literally, and we're gonna do just a shot at the beast thing.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for attack. I think it's just your dex you add to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a hold up, I forgot what it.
Unless you want to burst shot at it, your choice. You can choose.
No, you said it's barely. I'm just gonna do a shot.
Okay,
Is 16 to hit good enough?
that will hit. Roll damage.
Okay, and I do 1d6 plus my dex. You said.
2d6.
3d6.
Oh, even if it's not a burst, even if it's a shot.
Yeah, it's the weapon damage.
Oh.
The normal
Oh.
damage. Mm.
Okay, 1, 4, and 5. So
Tell me how you
Oh.
kill this creature.
okay,
The Lord!
I'm gonna shoot it directly in where one of its eye holes is, or whatever it has, if it has eyes,
Okay.
and watch its head just like implode.
Yeah, you just take aim and fire that shot, and the bolt of energy flies in, and just you watch as the energy just burns through the entire head. And it just begins to melt, or just burn like a little fire, creeping across it, and smolders away, and it falls to the ground limply, and it is no more. The tension on Renan releases, and he is no longer grappled.
Ah!
I'm gonna go over to Ren and be like, here, I'm gonna give you one of. I have 2 tablets left, so I'll give him a tablet so you can get some strength back in him.
All right.
Plops on his chest as he's still unconscious.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'll do the. I won't baby bird it. I will just do it for you in your mouth.
So yeah, you run over to him as he's just lying there, completely out. You drop that in there and help him to get the energy. This is the 3rd tablet he's gotten here, but go ahead and roll.
Oh my gosh.
Tablet eater.
And roll another d4 and add 1 to it.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, please.
Anything's fine at this point.
2 plus 1.
Okay. So you're at 3.
You hear Karis screeching above you.
You see the girl just kind of stand on top of this car, looking out, just trying to see if there's any other threats around.
And is on the ground looking up at this silhouette figure of his savior being surrounded by the sunlight.
There's no sunlight. It's completely cloudy.
It's raining.
Pardon you. Who just gave you a tablet? Savior.
He's just laying there. Oh.
Hey, lady, that was awesome. You're so good. Who are you?
She just turns and looks down at you and says, "My name's Jyleka."
Jyleka?
Jyleka.
Hi. Thanks for. Oh, Jyleka? Hi. Thanks for helping us.
Put it in the
I think we
chat.
would have been dead without you. Huh?
I'll put her name in the chat so you know how to spell it.
Thank you.
Oh, cool.
There are 3 different versions. Just
Jyleka.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
And she just kind of glares down at you and says, "Why are you out here?"
Well, I don't know if you heard me yelling this when it was a little chaotic, but we're looking for the trackers.
Well, you found him.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Are you a tracker?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for helping. We're supposed to help you guys, I think.
You help us?
Yeah.
How adorable.
I'll stand up and just say, yeah,
Why don't you head back
obviously
to
that
the
was
city before you get yourself killed?
Well, we're supposed to go see Bolin.
Bolin?
Yeah.
Why would you need to meet with Bolin?
'Cause
he requested us.
yeah.
And they sent you.
Why did you I know it was a little dicey, but we had some pretty cool stuff we did too, so.
We did kill 10 of them. So I know
yeah. Sorry.
that's fine. I'm good.
I guess if you count getting nearly killed cool, then you're very cool. She'll hop down from the car and begin to walk back up the street.
Can you show us where the trackers are? Please.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Sure.
Please do good.
I got a 19.
Okay.
What?
She'll look back at you and just say, "You probably would die if you went back to the city anyways. Come on."
There we go. That's the spirit.
I don't appreciate the insults.
She'll glare back at you as you continue to talk to her. And just say, "All you city people think you can just handle the outskirts like that. You come so arrogantly walking through here like it's nothing. You don't know anything about the dangers out here."
I mean, probably not. This is only the second time we've been out here. And not in this part. You're in a different part.
Listen, I know the dangers. and I understand, and thank you for your help, but also we can't handle ourselves out here.
Well,
First off,
yeah.
you girl,
Which one?
you pointing to you, Karis.
Me? Yeah.
You need to stop yelling.
Oh.
It saved your life by me finding you, but don't do it because you'll
There
bring
we
more
go.
things to us. So shut your mouth.
Yeah. Um,
Be
I'm
more
going,
like
I'm
this
going
guy
to.
points to Ren who hasn't said a word.
Just enjoying the rain hitting his face at the moment. It's really nice down here.
If you're coming, let's go. But be quiet.
So, like, can I whisper though?
As long as nothing else can hear you.
Okay.
And it better be important. I don't want to hear any nonsense.
But like,
I kind of take like, I kind of like pat Karis's arm and just kind of like nod and just do like, kind of do what she said, sort of nod and just kind of like follow.
okay.
Like please, let's just do what they're telling us to do.
Karis like shoves her hands in her pockets.
Pat your back, like it's fine. You'll be okay.
She'll reach down for your arm, running, try to help you up.
Oh, he's still laying there? Oh,
Yeah, still laying there.
I didn't know that.
Thanks. And when she goes to like help lift him up, he goes, "Yeah, we have no clue what we're doing. We could use all the help we can get."
I'm going to shoot a glare at Reddit. we appreciate the help, but again,
It's true we like don't know what we're doing like that much. But we have cool powers. That's all I was saying.
okay. No. I give up.
Well, first lesson, watch out for those creatures. They're pretty nasty.
Yeah, what the heck?
What are they?
Walking trees? What is that supposed to mean?
I'm not quite sure. They're rare to be seen. They're more recent too. They're some sort of corrupted plant, it seems like.
So, like, you've never seen them before?
I mean, I've seen them recently, but they weren't around for a long time.
How recent?
I'd say probably within the last 6 months they started showing up.
That's
He's kind of
weird.
like wiping the tar like between his fingers and like pointing to that, being like, "And this show up around only with these plants?"
The tar saps, the sap, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's every one of those plants that are alive like that. They have that in them.
It's just these plants?
Wait,
Nothing
does
else? You haven't seen this before?
And she'll walk over to like the tree that's nearby and just carve into it with a dagger she has, and she says, "See, this one's not doing it. It's not bleeding this weird black sap. This one's fine. It's not every plant."
Mark, does it look similar to our shot thing, like our injections, or is it different?
Give me investigation roll.
Okay, now that Ren's kind of pointed it out, she's like, so go look at it.
12 for Ren.
Okay.
10.
10. I mean, it's black, but it looks
Is it the same stuff from his dream?
it looks kind of thick. It looks similar, I guess, to kind of what you remember from your dream running, because it's kind of that thicker substance. It doesn't look as liquidy as the shot looked to you, so it looks slightly different than that, I guess. But definitely running, you're getting some vibes back to your dream, and like it's kind of stuck on your skin in a few places, and it's giving you some throwback to that.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Cool. That's kind of partially why I was being really quiet too.
But the girl just says, "All right, we'll get you back to the station, and then we can get cleaned up and rest up."
Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, you're really cool. Like, how long have you like known how to do the bow thing?
I grew up learning it.
Oh.
Out here, you gotta learn to survive.
And is she a
Taught it from a
human?
young age. Yeah, she's human.
Mm.
She's got like long, really thick, curly black hair, and kind of a more dark tan skin, darker brown color, and she just continues to walk forward, not even really looking at you guys anymore. She's ahead of you and just not even looking back to see how you're doing. She just keeps walking with purpose forward down the street.
Ren, are you okay? Cause like, ow, that looks like that hurt so bad.
Yeah. And thank you guys for saving me there. I thought I was going for.
What? No. We all said that we were gonna live, so we're going to.
He looks somber. Just kind of nods.
And as you guys go, there's like those little needles that are stuck in your skin. You have to pull them out, and it's definitely a little painful.
Karis you might see her like almost be really loud first, like almost be loud if that makes sense. Like you see her going like when she's pulling them out, like ew, but then she like will drop her voice and be like, ew, that's gross. I don't like these needle things.
But as you guys continue to walk, I mean, it's in the afternoon now, so it's probably a little after midday when you are at this point. And she continues to lead you forward down some streets and just kind of cuts down different roads here and there and keeps eyeing out for any sort of potential dangers. But she seems like she knows a pretty safe path. And eventually, after some walking, she leads you to a building that's kind of standing alone. And you look, and there's this big building, and behind it, you see just these large containers that are all kind of lined up in a row, just standing behind the building. And she looks back at you and just says, "This is the station for the trackers."
Wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Do you like living here?
of course. Wouldn't trade it for anything.
Oh.
And you watch as there's just like a couple of individuals who are on the top of the building, standing with different like crossbows or bows, and they're staring out into the distance. Some of them have what looks like binoculars around their necks, and they're just ready to defend the station. And she begins to lead you up towards it. And it's this brick building, and she leads you up the front door and waves at the two guys at the top who are kind of staring down at you. And you guys walk right in the front door of the station. And indoor, you see just tons and tons of different animal like heads mounted on the walls and skins just like hanging on the walls. And it's like a hunting lodge type situation, you know. There's people who are sitting around at tables and eating. There's people who are looks like they're fixing some weapons, and people who are treating some animal skins. And there's another corner where people are cutting up some animal that they killed and preparing it to be preserved or cooked or something. I mean, it's a pretty happening place here at the station. And she looks back to you and says, "You're looking for Bolin, you said?"
Mm-hmm.
And she points over and she says, "Hey, Bolin, get over here." And this guy who is brown hair, and he looks fairly like put together. He's got a big animal fur like type covering around him. His big bushy fur on his shoulders. He walks over and he says, "Yeah, what do you need?" And she says, These three were looking for you. So they were sent to find you or something." And he looks at you. He says, Did Shaw send you?
Yeah.
Perfect. Glad you're here. Come over here. We'll go into. Why don't you recover? I mean, you look like you're pretty badly hurt, and we'll get you something to eat.
It's just a
That'd
flesh
be
wound.
so nice.
And he'll lead you over to a table, and he'll eventually bring over 3 bowls with some sort of like stew inside of it, and
Mm-hmm.
put it in front of you, and have a glass with some water in it that he gives to each of you, and just says, "Well, you found the trackers. That's step 1 in our mission." And we'll pick up.
This is
We'll pick up
sorry,
after
go ahead.
that next week.
Dun dun dun.
Wow.
Well,
I
we almost
legit
all died.
was
I know,
prepping-
multiple
yeah,
times.
I was prepping to say goodbye to Renan on that one. I won't lie.
That was close. That was definitely close.
Oh no.
That was rough.
You guys got
Thanks,
surrounded
everyone.
real quick on that one.
That was bad. Thanks everyone for cheering us on.
Yeah, yeah, the bad stealth rolls along with bad perception rolls did not help you in that situation.
No.
So
Oh,
yeah, that
We
was
got
gonna
that.
learn.
that was rough, but you found someone who could save you, so that's good at least. You're yelling out for them or yelling at the creatures, Karis, definitely helped.
I figured maybe it would. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe it would scare them, but it brought someone
That
else,
way it
so
doesn't
that
hurt,
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's something. So oh man, there you go. You guys found the trackers.
We did it.
So we'll pick up with this tracker mission next week. We'll get back into this and see what's gonna happen here. So yeah, hope you guys will all be able to join us next week as we keep going into this adventure with the trackers. If you guys are interested in ever listening back to all of our older sessions, we have our YouTube linked down below on our Twitch channel here that you can click to, and you can subscribe and find all of our previous sessions there. And again, just if you've made it this far and you really enjoy what we're doing, give us a follow, and we really appreciate everyone who decided to show up here and watch this. I mean, again, we're just 4 people who like playing D&D, and I mean, it's cool that you guys decided to come watch this. So that's really awesome. So thank you for that, and we'll pick up again next week. So bye everybody.
Bye, guys.